All right, we should be back, fellas. Question mark, question mark. There was a few, speaking of question marks, there's a few questions I wanted to answer. Let me make sure we're all reconnected. Classic Pat. I got a crash for extra attention. Sue me. I crash the stream every day to get extra attention. We're back, boys. True. We're back, fellas. He's attention seeking. He's attention. Get him. What's up, fellas? We back. Okay. Spidget said, yeah, no. The thing is, you know, love him or hate him, we've never gotten confirmation for an event in the history of PokeMMO. Not until like Christmas, Halloween, Lunar New Year, Shiny Wars, no different. We never get confirmation. So I mean, it's one of those things. Don't underwork it. If they give it the, oh my goodness, Steven gifted 10 jewels, guys. Everybody freaked out. It's 10 jewels. Okay. F? No, don't say F. I didn't actually F. You're trolling. Don't do that. Don't fake F, Tom. Tom trying to get banned again. I see. We should be fine. We should be back. Steve told the press F. Okay, you're a good listener. That's fair. I guess you shouldn't get banned for being a good listener. Okay. What's up, Whoa? How you doing, dude? Look at all these gamers, bro. Okay. What other questions? The chat got deleted. What other questions did I miss, chat? There was a few questions that was good. And some that were bad. Give me the bad questions. My favorite questions. What's up, D? Hi. I like that emote. What's up, man? Like, I don't like Life Jorket. Don't like that emote. Hi, good emote. Jorkin, bad emote, bro. Bad emote. Dude, Casey was so fucking happy last night. She loves Repo. I do not like that game. Respectfully, my wife loves Repo so much. I find that game so boring. I'm glad. It makes me happy. It makes me happy people enjoy it. It makes her very fucking happy. Glad she enjoys it, you know. I don't know. So great question. I don't think I actually do Friday, and I'm sorry about that. I do have a Shiny War prep guide. And I think this might explain. Here's my Shiny War. The beginning of this video might explain it. It probably is. It probably does. Be my guess. But I don't have like a short, quick video. Great question. Hi, what's up, Shin? Shinshi? Hello, good morning. The Tiger Games over. I respect it. I'm glad people enjoy it. Rite of passage. Yes, you're not right. I'm honored. It's really, what's fucked up is how fast, like, it takes one stream for viewers to be like, oh yeah, Pat crashes every day. Yeah. That's, guys, it's just gonna happen. And it's, part of me is like, fuck, like that. So I wish, fuck, you know, but like, hey, I appreciate, at least I don't know. I appreciate it, you know. What the hell was that? What was that? No, Tabard shot me with a Cupid arrow. What the fuck? Repo mentioned. I do not care for the game. Tom is scamming. Typical Tom. Now part of the lore. It's become, yes. I'd even say thank you for the raid. 11E5. Thank you for the raid again, man. I appreciate it. Happy to have you, dude. Sorry to send all your boys to the Shadow Realm after the crash. What up? Foo lame. How you doing, dude? A bonus for double 125 streak, as he deserves. I mean, that's. How is Tom on such a fucking crazy streak, bro? 10 jewels, Repo stock pumped. Patrouski's manipulating the Repo market. No! My favorite money-making method's ruined. Not Repo. No. Okay. Get him. I don't think you need to. It's up to you, Plasma. It's a good question. Like, should you hold fossils until war? I think that most good shiny hunters are just slowly buying their fossils now. I mean, it depends on how much you think they'll go up. Maybe stall fossils reach 15k at their peak. I mean, it depends on how many fossils you have and how bad you need the capital. It wouldn't surprise me as well if like during the end of war they start to spike as some players pan, or they could just, but it depends how close to the end. Depends how many. It's close, man. It's really close. Don't rage bait me, Jenny. The argument would be don't get me started. It's not me manipulating the market, it's me spreading information. I know you're just memeing, but someone's gonna see that and be like, huh, that's a really good point. As opposed to like, if I'm like, hey guys, here's this magic card that's really underrated, and then like a lot of people are gonna buy it, and that's not someone manipulating the market. That's like supply and demand, motherfucker. That's fucking information being spread. A bunch of people who didn't know about a thing being like, oh, that's really cool, I actually do want that thing, and then, you know, going like, that's fucking a market at work, brother. Review on Articuno thinking. I don't have it on me right now. It's pretty simple. I'm so sorry for being lazy setup. It's really just, it's naughty, adamant, or lonely. 31 attack, 31 speed, 2v2 attack, 2v2 speed, EV trained, and then you go icicle spear and loaded die is the item. A lot of people, I feel a lot of people are asking for like a new trainer rerun guide with the Articuno, and I feel bad because like, it's the same thing. Like, do I really upload a whole, I don't like videos that feel like I'm milking views. Do I really upload a whole new trainer rerun and be like, hey guys, yeah, it's the same fucking strategy, the same fucking route, just switch out Cloister for Articuno? Like, that feels so milky, but people want it. People ask me for it, so I'm like, what? That's why I'm like, I don't understand. I don't get it, man. Sometimes I just don't. Sometimes I don't get it, man. Start with the Articuno route. I mean, the problem is I have the thing is I have a route. I love shouting out small creators and other creators at my own discretion, but if I have a guide for it, I do want you to go to my guide first, and then if you don't find that helpful, go to someone else, right? I do have a trainer run guide, you know. That's a great route. It's just, you just switch out the Pokemon. Fair enough. Yeah, not to like, once again, I think it's more than fair, but sometimes sometimes I feel bad for setting like very fair boundaries, because the streaming world teaches you if you set a boundary, someone's gonna try to argue it, you know, fight, versus like you being like, yeah, that's fair, versus like a healthy communication of, oh, you set a boundary, okay, I can respect that, that makes sense. The TMZ movie of hearing milked. No, I want people to watch this video. Is Angie? Yeah, real dude. Some fuck. What was the one where like, dude, some people, the internet, I gotta start grinding a quick sec, but the internet will just teach you, the internet will introduce you to funny people. There was someone who was like, and it was a nice person, I don't mean to like poke fun, but me being like, yeah, you probably shouldn't shout out like other creators in my channel without like my permission, without like, that's very, you know, rude. The same way I wouldn't want you to do it to someone else. Like, don't go to other people's Twitches or you know, videos and be like, yo, have you seen Patrouski? Like, that's really fucking rude. Don't do that, you know. And someone said that was like anti-community. It's like, you're not entitled to someone's platform or space. You don't get to go to Walmart and be like, everyone at Walmart sucks, go to Target. Like, you're not allowed to do that. That's like incredibly fucked up. But anyways, now we're rambling. Anyways, is it on fire? Now we're talking. True. True, B Jammer. Oh, ooh, I mean, Spidget. When is it? Do I unleash the Rain Dance Zapdos Spidget? That is still, I think, my favorite PvP. I don't have a whole lot of PvP moments. My favorite PvP moment in all of my Pokemon history is when I was like, hey, Spidget, want to watch me double Rain Dance on this guy? And he was like, I don't think that's a good move, but sure. And then I clicked Rain Dance twice in a row, and he switched into that was one of my favorite. I felt so fucking, nothing is better than clicking an objectively wrong move and looking really cool while you do it. The Rain Dance was crazy. I fucking love it, man. I fucking love it. Okay, that's actually funny though. No, that's literally a good video idea. Do a bracket video, where like a tier list video where you rate your own videos from S to F. Most of my videos are probably like C tier, brother. Some are F, let's be honest. That's funny. I mean, that's a good bit. To assert dominance. It was a fucking gamer play. Okay, I think we do some we do oh, streamer said doo-doo. Shut up. We're adults, okay? Relax, chat. You look ridiculous right now. Okay, I'm kind of unhinged today. Let me get back on the hinges a little bit. Okay.
I still can't believe it.
I still can't believe. Sorry, I shouldn't. I hope J-Rated is in chat and heard that. I still can't believe. Sorry, I'm just in a goofy mood. That was in no way meant to be like mean. I'm excited to watch his videos, man. Okay. You go theater mode. Okay. I've been needing to watch these for a long time. I hope J-Rated's here, man. What is this supposed to mean, bro? I started berry farm the first time. I'm not sure without a GTL is hard. The berries are easy to grow, cost hard. Dude, yes. Oof. Your Iron Man inspired me to try it Iron Man style. You're a fucking brave as fuck soldier. Oh my god. Getting started with berry farming was one of the hardest things to do on the Iron Man account. I would recommend more than anything you do not berry farm Iron Man style. But I respect, I respect it, you know. Self-sufficient berry farming, in my opinion, is like omega ass on a main account. I would definitely just farm leppas and sell them and make good profit. But nothing wrong with being a home style farmer, you know. Nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that. Okay. Opie dopey. Opie who? Okay, anyways. Bro, I've been going live early these days. It's so bad, is it? Berry farming on a main account's not so bad. It takes consistency. That's a big thing. I don't love recommending. Dude, welcome to the game, Friday. Happy to have you, man. I don't love recommending berry farming to people for money making, because it's a money making method where if you berry farm perfectly for 7 days, okay, you make a certain amount of profit. And then if you mess up for 1 day and all your berries die, you lose the entire week's worth of profit. If you mess up once a week, you lose all of your money. If you mess up more than once a week, you go negative. You lose money for berry farming. But yes, it's berry farming is low effort for the most part. Low effort, chill, consistent. It is good Pokeyen if you are very consistent. This would be a hyper mistake? I don't think so, man. I'm gonna be so real. Missing an entire session, that takes 1 day. Like that, like I was talking, my wife asked, like, but obviously it's perspective to each their own, right? Like my wife asked, like, what's the timeline on berries? And I was like, yeah, so like if I plant berries at like 2 p.m, I have to water at like 10 p.m or midnight, okay? And then if I don't, my berries die. So if I miss the water before bed, my berries die, or the yield gets so disgustingly minimized. If it's leppas, they die. I did that once, my leppas just died. If it's petchas and cherries, the yield gets cut to oblivion. If you miss it literally takes forgetting to water your berries 1 time before bed, generally, you know. It's punishing. Yeah, it's pretty like missing an entire session is really just making 1 mistake often, you know. But it depends on the time that you do things. Or like I plant at like noon to 2 p.m and then I have to water before bed at like 10 p.m to midnight. Then I have to wake up the next day and I pick at like 10 a.m to noon type thing, you know. If I miss the second watering, it's fucked, you know. If I am late on the picking, you can only be so late. You can only be like 7 hours late. I think they either, I don't know if they fully wilt or just begin to wilt. I'm not sure. But it's tough. Berry farming is like very, very tough in my opinion. But if you're someone who's if you're very type A, if you're very consistent, it's great. And if you have alt accounts, like, yeah. Okay, anyways. But I don't recommend it to the average. I wouldn't recommend berry farming to the average Pokemon player, but I would recommend it to, you know, people who are very, very consistent. You know, it just depends on the type of person you are. Lettuce, bacon, tomato. Sorry, I was doing my lunch order. I don't even like BLTs. I'm gonna be so real. Okay. I don't hate BLTs. I don't like tomato, so that's the problem. Okay. New stream problem today, chat. If you could replace the tomato in a BLT, what would you replace it with? I feel like there's got to be a better option. You know what I'm saying? Which of these came first? 3 weeks ago, 2 weeks ago. Okay. Should we watch this one first or this one? Let's do this one first because it's, yeah. Let's do this. I like this. Okay. I'm gonna be doing my Jimmy run in the background. Jimmy run is not the most exciting stream content. Don't worry, I'm aware. So we're gonna do some React content. Most brain dead money making strat. Probably ditto farming. Great question. Ditto farming, really dumb Jimmy runs like what I do. But if you don't have the muscle memory, it's not as easy. What was that, me? There he is. Okay. If you don't mind, obviously, I assume, hopefully you don't mind me reacting to your videos, J-Rated. I've wanted to do this for a while, but if you don't want me to as well, it's a totally fair boundary to set. Replacing tomatoes with Gulab Jamun. Okay, you are learning stream lore very quickly. I mean, that might be good. You're kind of like Gulab Jamun wrapped in, talk about fusion food. I like that how to Americanize something is just wrap it in bacon. Gulab Jamun wrapped in bacon. Like, I would try it, you know. Most brain dead strats, I would say ditto farming is fantastic, like brain on the side. Payday pickup is always really brain dead, but it's almost like too brain dead. Mayo. I haven't had Miracle Whip once in my life, I don't think, and I'm not a huge mayo guy in general. Anyways, I don't know if fossil farming. Well, fossil farming's brain dead, but it requires like pretty good attention. Like fossil farming, it's not. It is brain dead. I mean, the problem with fossil farming is that it requires like a lot of clicks to do efficiently, and you're probably what's it called, popping item magnet charms to get maximum profits. I think bacon's overhyped. I usually agree with you. I mean, not on a BLT. It's the only thing that matters on a BLT, but that's because it's vegetables and then bacon. It's not a fair fight. Okay. You know. Okay. Alrighty, fellas. Alrighty, fellas. Yo, what's up? My name is Patrouski. I have over 12,000 hours now in PokeMMO across different accounts, almost 2,000 hours on my Ironman account, and then 9,600 or so on my main account over here on the side. I have a lot of experience shiny hunting and playing PokeMMO as far back as from 2013. And today, I wanted to react to J-Rated's videos where he made a little story from what I understand. I have not seen them, so it's a blind react, but he made a little story about getting 2 massive shinies. He has 2 different videos I'll be reacting to today, both of which will be linked first thing in the description. When it comes to React content, I think I have a lot of perspective to add as someone who's played the game for, 13 years, for 10,000 plus hours. But I think it's also really important to give proper credits and love to the original creator. So check out J-Rated's videos and at least give them a like, a subscribe, and a positive comment. They'll be first thing in the description, okay? So let's go ahead and jump into and see what is his story about how he got a shiny Larvitar today within PokeMMO.
I still can't believe it. Shiny Larvitar after 0 phases. Firstly,
Okay, he already told us 0 phases. For those who don't know, the Larvitar spot is split between Onyx, Graveler, and Larvitar. There's only a 20% chance to get time swipe hordes of Larvitar. It's also very far from a PC, so it's a very expensive shunt because you have to use Lepa Berries, and it's going to cost you about 3 million Pokeyen, 2 to 3 million or so in Lepa Berries every single shiny. And usually, Larvitar is what we call a 5-phase shiny hunt. You'll end up getting 2 Gravelers and 2 Onyxes on the way to a shiny Larvitar on average, okay? So 0 phases, you basically skip 4 shiny hunts on top of like 12 million Pokeyen or something like that. So let's hear the rest of the story.
Reaction. Big shout out to the guys that have gone phase after phase after phase in Mount Silver.
9 phases is what Connor went.
A massive shout out to the guys that are currently going for the Larvitar.
I like that. How sweet is it to give proper credit? Like when you go lucky, to like give credit to those that went dry. Like that's so sick. I like that addition to the start of the video.
I got it in 0 phases. And also in this video, not only will you have my reaction, but you'll also get my friend's reaction, who actually failed the shiny Kadabra by accidentally critting it, but reclaimed it at just under 50k encounters. So you'll get those.
Just under 50. Brother went 4k and killed it, and then went 50k to reclaim. Oh, that's punishing. Oh my god. That is so. It is, and it's. I'm not trying to like backseat or, you know, what's it called? Captain Hindsight. I don't want to Captain Hindsight this king for reclaiming a great shiny, but I want to remind people. It is pretty much never worth to use an attack on a shiny Pokemon that isn't false swipe. It's just genuinely never worth it. It used to be. Nowadays, we just have powerful Pokeballs that can catch things quickly. Things like Quick Balls, things like Timer Balls, things like Dream or Dust Balls if you're in a cave or, you know, certain circumstances. There are so many powerful Pokeballs that can up your catch rate. If you don't have False Swipe, just don't even use any attacking move. False Swipe is probably the only attacking move you should use against a shiny, and obviously Spore and other utility things. But
both
yeah, be
reactions
careful with
in this
that.
video. Anyway, let's go straight into it.
Maybe Super Fang.
So yeah, the day starts off pretty humble. We open up PokeMMO, we open up, you know, everything that I like to open up, and then we go straight into the shunting. Didn't actually take that long for my friend to actually get
I'm on the algo.
shiny Kadabra. Massive GG.
Bro is fucking Sigma hustling. Holy.
Him 50k or nearly 50k.
Okay, the poker
Encounters. Here's the reaction.
I like it is always cool to see what a Pokemon player does like on their other monitors, because you know shiny hunting is just like a one monitor thing, you know. We live in a multitask.
Oh, yes, you fucking got it! Yes!
He said that's him cheering for his friend. That's what fucking PokeMMO is all about, dude. Are you serious? He's that excited for his fucking friend to get the shiny.
Yes! Yes!
That's called being invested in journeys, motherfucker. That's...
Move your mouse away from run, bro. Move your mouse away from run. I just sit out of the table. Sit out of the table, bro. This is what's important, bro. Yes!
Super happy for him, man. Well deserved. Here we're just looking at him get rid of every other Kadabra in the horde and getting ready for the catch.
Just use until you have 10
one?
and then you can
Dust
switch
Ball?
to your Eradicate and fucking Super Fang it. Nice. Yes? Yes!
Okay, that's the reclaimed one. Okay, good.
Let's fucking go, man.
They
Let's see
haven't
your
mentioned
stats.
Super
See your
Fang.
stats? Ooh, wait, that looks kind of nice. You got 20 pluses in loads.
And after that, I just go straight back to shunting my Larvitar. I still can't quite believe how it happened, and it only happened in just over an hour after my bro got his Kadabra.
Drink of the day, by the way. Getting a shiny
Now, at
back
this
to back
point of
within
the
an
video,
hour of your
headphone
friend.
warnings, you've been warned. I will be screaming a lot for the rest of this video. I was super excited.
As you should be. I love a loud shiny react, man. I don't want to get copyright strikes, so I'm gonna skip ahead the music a little bit. There it is, man.
Yes, it's fucking Larvitars, woo! Oh my
That's
fucking
so
days!
sick, dude.
Yes! Oh my god! Fuck!
Sorry, I don't want to get copyright strikes, so I'm skipping around.
Oh, bro, the video.
I assume this is a copyrighted song, so
Oh, I
apologies.
feel so bad as well, bro.
I could be
You
wrong.
know, bro, you know I was expecting to, bro, I'm not even trolling, bro. I was expecting to be here for like fucking like 8, 9 fucking phases. Bro, I've seen a video of one bro, like, forgot his
The
name.
credit and like shout out to his friends is so base, man. Like this is such a fucking sweet way to do it. Yeah, bro. This is my favorite kind of memer, dude. Also, dude, the guys in chat who failed on the Kadabra, the fail taught me a big lesson, new to the game, so it's so good, man. Go watch yeah, dude, it's so sick, man. This is beautiful, man. This is beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Let me just double check really quick to make sure there's a copyrighted song I don't get. No, we should be good. No, we're fine. YouTube didn't ding this. We're fine. So we can just properly give it a good watch.
Bro, he was there for ages. And I've seen bare forum brands, bro. They're getting like 6, 7. 6, 7. Alright, 6, 7.
Oh, I thought he like killed the. I thought you killed the shiny and you're just doing a fucking 6. God damn
6,
it.
7 fucking like Onyxes in a row and shit. I was expecting to be here for a minute.
That scared the hell out of me.
Oh my god, I can't fucking believe it. Yes. Oh.
Now, the real question is, what's your favorite shiny in the species line. I'm a Pupitar guy. People motherfucking sleep on Pupitar. Pupitar is sick. Pupitar is secretly, let's see if I can find on the, let's see if there's even one on the GTL. Pupitar is secretly the best shiny in the there's not even one on the check it out. It's purple. Pupitar is secretly the best shiny in the line, in my opinion.
Mad! Oh, you mad? 20%.
Also, at like a little under 20k encounters.
Oh my god! It's a bro. I might what? I might have to switch to Smiggle and put it to sleep.
The confusion is a little scary after Thrash.
Yes.
Okay,
Yeah!
catching it first Dust Ball at 100% HP, not asleep, is legit tough. Like, that's actually cracked.
Yes.
Even
oh
that is
days.
like probably not an easy catch.
Ivy's a 31.
Almost barely 2,000 Larvitar encounters, 0 phases.
Oh, it's alright, man. It's alright. Yes. Oh my god.
This is a good vibe, man.
First phase, bro. Oh my god.
Do you stream J? I love your
Slap that
fucking
shit into the globe,
vibe.
bro.
If J rated streams, check him out. His YouTube will obviously leave a link down
man.
below.
Oh.
This is so British.
Oh, I'm
Love
so
the reaction.
fucking
Hey, we give our
I'm
proper
so happy, bro.
W's
First
and L's
fucking
around
phase
here. Okay, we
shiny.
properly
Oh my
love and
god.
critique the Britopians.
Oh my days.
Especially if you're around in my, after how much I shit on Beans on Toast, if you're still around in my community.
Here. Is he live?
Okay.
Can you whisper?
I think I was,
can't lie, I never whisper.
I think I remember this. I was recording a video. What was this for? I was definitely recording a video. Was this for, I think this video is not released yet. This was, you caught me in live time recording a video. I'm pretty sure I was recording a video about Soak skill swap gold duck, or no, damp skill swap gold duck, and how it's now like the best answer to explosion shinies at this exact spot. Like shiny Graveler and shiny Onyx are scary because they're so high level. Are you mad? Dude, this is fantastic, man.
Oh,
To watch him push it in the boxes.
I wanted it more so.
Also, he's like egging a little bit. You can see the absols. Dude, I loved his energy. I can't believe it's Larvitar. I fucking love this. This is awesome. Great video. Great reaction. Happy to see it. He's got 2. So he got Larvitar. Now we're going to the next one, fellas. We got another video to watch of his. Same guy.
To make this video. Look, there's something different about this egg shunt compared to every other egg shunt I've done and any other egg shunting video you're gonna find on PokeMMO on YouTube. What's different about this one, right, is that I specifically decided that I wanted to record every single egg making batch that I was gonna make, and I wanted to be able to pinpoint the exact egg, the exact moment where I create an egg and it becomes shiny. But unbeknownst to me, I would have had no idea that it was shiny. But I was able to get this on video. See, the reason I decided I wanted to go through this, right, is because this shiny Blastoise, right, that I got.
For reference, like, I've tried to do that, and I still sometimes forget or get lazy. Like, and that's, imagine he actually did it. That's
on the 19th of April.
It takes a lot of, hundreds of hours, thousands of hours of footage sometimes.
My wife called me over to the living room. We talked about something for a little minute.
That's a nightmare to miss the egg hatch animation.
Obviously,
that would break my heart.
Super happy.
The secret shiny Kabuto. This guy's a fucking gamer.
You know all of that bullshit, right? But I was a little bit pissed off that I didn't get to hear that beautiful sound. I didn't get to hear the.
This is why I recommend to record your because even if you're not a creator, even if you're not like whatever, record all of your shunts. You don't need to record your egg making. If you want to, you can, like, you know, this. Record all of your egg hatching, all of your fossil popping, all of your shot. Whenever you have a chance to get a shiny, please just record. I recommend, you don't obviously do whatever you want to do. I recommend record just in case, or have something like Shadow Play installed or some sort of program where you can like replay. But even then, sometimes if you walk away, like I've, walked away and talked to your wife or look away for too long and look back, sometimes you miss it. So I would recommend OBS or Streamlabs and record things when you're shiny hunting. You can just delete the footage immediately after.
And it was just so upsetting. So I was like, nah, fuck this, bro. I'm going straight for another action. I'm going for the Charmander. How about that? Straight up. I just straight chained it. It's not the first time I've chained eggs, but it's not fun. So the 12k feels a lot more rough than it really was, I'll be honest. But I want to show you guys what really happened. I want to show you, man, the process. I want to show you the live reaction when I hatch it. I want to show the entire process.
Not everybody gets to see like this level of end game.
This is the screen recording from the batch that actually yielded the shiny Charmander. We popped the shiny Charm. We get it cracking.
I gotta lock in is very funny.
You know, just sit there now for an hour.
Me still not
eggs.
locked in.
It wasn't fun. You know, sometimes the hour goes by.
I
Really
like that
quick.
you play poker. I love blackjack casually. I have a lot of respect for poker players. I suck at poker. I don't really vibe with poker, but I love watching it and I respect it a ton. It's a cool little side bit. I love learning little things like that about our fellow shunters.
Depends on the time, it depends on loads of things. But essentially, yeah, this is just me making the batch for the hour, right? And once we get to box 19, this Charmander couple here, this
He knows exactly what egg.
that one there just created the shiny. I'm just gonna replay it one more time because it's just I've never seen this before.
No,
Pokemon.
that's
I've never
cool.
seen anyone live do this.
I
right?
haven't seen this before.
Clicks a Ditto.
People
clicks
don't
Charmander,
track
3,
this.
Bow. RNG, shiny.
There's no
I've got no
visual,
idea.
obviously, but that's fucking cool to know and to track that, man.
So I keep making my box, you know, obviously I don't know that I've got the shiny Charmander as you do, I finished my batch. But what's funny though, in retrospect and in hindsight, is knowing that I now already have the shiny Charmander in my possession. As soon as I finish the batch and I run off to go do singles to be max efficient, and bro, it's so funny. It's like, obviously it's no fault, 'cause I don't know the future, I didn't know that it's in that batch. But it's just funny seeing it now when I'm editing it again. It's like, bro, you got it, man. Like calm down, bro. Like,
I think it's a special moment to to not know you have it until it pops and you see the animation. It was once suggested to add a little shiny symbol next to an egg when it's shiny, but that kind of, it'll only save you the time of making a few eggs. It wouldn't really save you much time, and it ruins a special moment. So I like that we just have this special moment still.
Go singles, but yeah, nah, I literally only do singles for 10-15 minutes, because right after this I end up going straight to my friend's house to go watch a football game, and yeah, that's why I got the live shiny reaction. So let's put it up now.
Having said that, I'm excited for the World Cup this year. I'm excited to learn more about the World Cup and its lore.
I have it after my lunch.
The countdown.
What the fuck is it? Inside.
Is he swarm checking? He's this is what, okay. He's not just egg shiny hunting. He is swarm checking rares. He's this is what a true endgame PokeMMO shiny hunter looks like. He's doing other things while also hatching the eggs. He's giving himself all these chances for rare opportunities, rare shinies, and that's why he gets rewarded with one, because he fucking grinds and hunts. Look at his party as well, all the shiny Archeops and stuff. Damn, the Spiritomb. This was a cool countdown. Wait, that's so funny. He got an error report. You were shaking your phone. He was... I've never seen that. What phone does that? He was so excited for it. He fucking got an error on his phone for shaking it too much. That's amazing. I didn't know phones did that. That's so funny. 28,000 encounters while checking the Bastiodons. 12,000 total Charmander encounters. This is not counting all the rollover ones.
It's fucking over. My volume's low.
The real thing would be checking the Bastiodons and then getting a shiny. You gotta check to go for the back-to-back. For that chance.
Oh my god, I have
Is he hyping up with his mate, his friend?
Oh, bro, I've got to bake my face, bro. I just realized I said on Reddit,
Fuck.
said if I get a shiny,
There's a chill guy shunting. I like it's maybe I'm just a parasocial loser, okay? I think it's cute to get to know shunters and learn. I think it's good. It's humanizing to see the kind of people, because a lot of times people don't understand why people shiny hunt. I think it's good to show people's faces or their setups, their grinds, that they're just fucking chill guys, cool guys, just fucking like to play a video game, like to grind. Oh, it came out female naturally as well. This is sick, man. This is beautiful.
Yes. Oh, and it's fucking female too.
What's the IVs?
Huh? No, that shit.
I was curious.
The shit
Oh
I
my
mean,
God,
when
yes.
you randomly roll for egg like this, shit. Look at his party. What a flex, dude. Secret shiny Kabutops, Archeops with particles, Blastoise, Spiritomb, Lucario. This is a crazy good party, man. This is an end game, top of the cream of the crop shunter, dude.
Oh my god, yes.
That's crazy, man.
But yeah, that's the story of the shiny.
This guy's
Charmander.
account
I'm
is
just
really
so happy I was
fucking.
able to-
This guy has 200 subs. PokeMMO is one of the weirdest games. I don't think players who are like super good and like super endgame get enough credit and love, because so many players have surpassed me. When I started making content, I was like the visual of like the endgame player, and I'm kind of not anymore. I'm kind of the visual of like maybe like the lowest of the low endgame players, or like above average to a fair degree, but I'm not. There were so many players that have just like far surpassed what I was doing, what a lot of us were doing back 4, 5, 6 years ago. Players have just gotten better. Players have gotten more serious, they've gotten more dedicated, and it's beautiful to see, man. And it's cool to see someone like Jared have all these rare shinies, but it sucks to see him have not good enough love and credit on YouTube, on streams. Check out his content, will be linked in the description down below once again.
Of when it exactly rolled a shiny.
This is so cool, man. What a good edit here too.
I've not seen that on Discord, I've not seen it on YouTube, I've not seen
I don't see people track that. It's a lot to track.
That kind of, you know what I'm trying to say, innit? But like, I've not seen that actual, the roll actually happen live. But yeah, man, if you enjoyed the video, please do like, subscribe,
the slow
and
zoom
comment. In. If enough people like this style of video, they like my.
I've already liked and subscribed. You guys do the same.
Yeah, I might make more videos, but I won't know.
I really like these. Like, they're not just him getting the shiny reaction. It's like a 5-minute. It's a little story being told. There's a lot of extra effort put in to do something like this, and it's just awesome. So check out J-Rated's content. It will be linked in the description. I'm so glad you made these. I'm so glad you shared these. It's really cool. I always remind people, like, it wasn't long ago where we didn't have almost any shiny reactions for PokeMMO on YouTube. There used to almost be straight up zero. There was like Shiny Hunter Rod. I think if you remember him, Shiny Hunter Rod was one of the only people uploading shiny reaction clips. And even that, I don't think he played with a mic. I think he would like show himself getting shinies in game. Like, that's how far we've come. 5 years ago, we had people like uploading shiny reactions, but there was no microphone. It was just them getting the shinies in game, and that was the best we had. That was the most footage we had. I think sometimes we forget how far we've come as a PokeMMO community, and it's easy to not appreciate that we've come. There's things to always complain about and critique and get better at, absolutely, but we've come a really long way, and we should be thankful and grateful for that. And it's really cool to see people like J-Rated around these days. Check out his videos down below. Thanks for sharing these, man. That was a pleasure to react to today. And if you enjoyed my reaction of them and my little additions, make sure to like the video, subscribe to my channel for daily videos I do upload every single day, and I stream Monday through Thursday on Twitch at 12 p.m. ET. Discord's down below if you're interested in that. If you want to go above and beyond and support the content, YouTube memberships, Twitch Primes, PayPal, Venmo helps me a ton. Thanks for watching, guys, and I will see you guys with more PokeMMO React content. There should be a playlist if you're interested in this kind of stuff to see more of this somewhere in this description or on my channel as well. Have a great day. Good luck on your shunts, and record them, and I'll react to them on stream. Have a good one, guys. Good luck. Peace, Reno. No F, no. I love the already. No F, no F, no F, no F. Dude, I fucking know. No, thank you for people always. Oh, Patrouski, thanks for the kind words. Oh, Patrouski, thanks for watching my video. Thank you for fucking uploading it, bro. What are you talking about? It's fucking it's mutually beneficial. We both have a great time. It's the world going round. I smile, you smile. Like what? Like you're you're thank you. Thank you. I fucking had to beg people to upload China reactions for like fucking 10 years. And then now it's finally happening. It's just it's amazing, man. It's so cool, man. The iPhones do that? Really? My iPhone's too old. I don't have the shit. It's so funny. Anyways, dude, thank you and everyone else who uploads content like that, man. It's so sick. I have to do totally another thing. On the Ironman accounts alone, this is 130. I try to keep track. On the Ironman accounts alone, this is 136. On the main accounts, I've probably done like 300 to 450. I know it's a big range. Maybe like 400 would be like a guesstimate. I've probably done about 400 to 500 Jimmy runs in my lifetime. Probably, yeah. Probably 500. That wouldn't make sense. Thought it was the stream. What's up, Mr. Guaranteed? How you doing, man? Great question. Great question. F or no F? No, I hate that, Grinchler. Don't, no. Not the F predictions, bro. Oh my goodness. That would hurt. I thought I just saw a shiny Geodude for a sec. I was like, hold up. Yeah, we were single encounter shutting on the main account as well on the side, boys. Yo, Grinchler, what's up? What's up? Good morning, Patrouski. Good morning, Zabuna. How you doing? Good morning. No, we're not ending. Don't worry, we're not ending stream. We're just recording that, finishing that clip, boys. Finishing that clip. Endgame versus high. Yeah, no, that's a good way to put it. Like, there is a big gap these days of endgame versus hyper endgame players. No, that's a good way. Like, that's correct. Like, I am not a hyper endgame player. I think I was when I started making content, but I always say, like, if I make content for 8, if I spent 16 hours a day on PokeMMO, which I can't do, that's too much. I do about 10, right? If I play the game for 5 hours and make content for 5 hours, someone else is going to play the game for 12, and they're going to get 2 hours ahead of me, or more than that. You know, like, if I play PokeMMO for 5 hours a day and then do content for 5, right? Which they aren't as intertwined as people think. A lot of the content is like notepad documents and scripting and editing and exporting and making titles and thumbnails, and like, it's not just playing the game, you know. It's not that simple. I wish it was. I love playing the game, you know, but I love doing both. But if I spend 10 hours doing PokeMMO stuff and only 5 of it's playing the game, anyone who plays 6 hours a day is now getting ahead of me by 1 hour every single day. So it's just like one of those things. If you're doing multiple things, you can't be the best in the world at something, or really, you know, if you're not putting enough hours. It's really that simple, you know. That's so funny. Paradoxal. True. Yeah, Tabard based 36 hours. Yeah, like it's that's why I love video games. I don't mean that to like victimize myself. It's more of like someone who puts in more time and more effort should get more rewards. Like, that's good. That makes sense, you know. I like that in PokeMMO, the more time and effort you put into the game, the inherently better you get and more progress you make and all that stuff, you know. One hour a day, that really adds up. Like, you know, 1 hour more a day is huge. Yeah, that's kind of like, my role has changed a lot in PokeMMO over the past 2 years. I am no longer the hyper endgame player going for top 3 in the world in Shiny Wars. I don't have time for that anymore. I've gotten married. I focus more on content and guides, stuff like that, and the Iron Man account, to be fair, more than just trying to be I'm not trying to be the best at PokeMMO anymore. I'm trying to be a good PokeMMO player while also being the best content creator that I can be. That's the 2 things I focus on. Did I just get fucking picked up by Starmery? So you can tell that I'm not the best PokeMMO player because what the fuck is my Jimmy run? Starmery just picked my ass up. About to drop my ass. Want to try it? I have 3 different guides on my channel for Jimmy runs. If you want this is like the most simple Jimmy run. Best husband, like, that's people like as normalized. It is, you know, a lot of people are married, obviously, but like, being a good partner. Did I move? No wonder my Jimmy run has been scuffed all day. I moved flamethrower ahead of eruption in my, oh my god, no wonder it's been weird all day. I'm cooked for not noticing that sooner. No, unironically, like, that takes time to Bard, and like being health. It's why like a lot of marriages or relationships like fail, because you have to put time and energy into them. You also have to leave energy. One of the biggest mistakes that a lot of people do in relationships is they are so obsessed with like work or other things, they like don't leave any mental energy. If you work a 12-hour shift, right, the odds of you having mental energy left over to be there for your partner is almost 0, right? And sometimes you have to do that. Sometimes you have to work a 12-hour shift and you have to put your relationship on hold or on pause to you know, it's a life decision, right? But it's important to not have that be long term if possible, because that's how you destroy, you know, you gotta leave time and energy and love for your partner, you know. It's a mutual thing versus like, just, I think a lot of people just get into this, not to, you know, sometimes people just get into relationships thinking it will just enhance their life, as opposed to the point is to, yes, have your partner enhance your life, but also you enhance theirs, which takes time and energy. It's not like a, you know, all sunshine and rainbows. It takes thought process and empathy and kindness and patience. Whew. True, Mr. That's the way to do it, guaranteed. Dig a Chad. Dude, that's so fucking fair. I haven't played Pokemon in a long time. My life is getting serious enough now that I'm not going to play again. It's a game that takes a lot of fucking time. Super get that. I was wondering if I did it in my Pokemon, would you be able to have a cool mini event so it goes to a good home? Ooh, I mean, probably. I'm honored that you would pick me for that. It depends on how many Pokemon you have. Yeah, I mean, Shunathons are really easy and fun for stuff like that. Shunathons, I can always give away stuff for fashion contests or for shiny ratings. Whatever you would whatever you're interested in. Depends on how many Pokemon we're talking about, or how much things you want to give away or whatever. But I'm on. You can talk about Discord DMs. It's probably a better place to discuss the details for that. I'm honored you would pick me, man. That's really fucking cool. Or if we don't work, if that doesn't work out, you know, if we break up, if that doesn't work out for whatever reason, feel free, you know, I don't want you to, yeah, positive vibe. I do the best I can. I always try to, I don't want people to get the wrong vibe. I am not positive vibes only. That is not that you're saying that, so sorry if if I'm extrapolating. But I do think in life we often choose subconsciously, never purposefully, subconsciously choose whether we view something positively or negatively. And I think a lot of times it's almost human nature to like lean negative because it's just easier and it's more instinctive. And it's really important. I try to I get looped on negative thoughts, you know, so I try my best to break that whenever possible. Try to be positive where I can. But also positive yet realistic. But the problem is some people say, oh yeah, I'm just being realistic, while they're actually being cynical, you know, so it depends. Hopefully you enjoy it or find it helpful in some way, Mr. Guaranteed. Yes, sorry if I didn't say that sooner. Like Paisley said, I do recommend, I should have said that sooner. I used to say that a lot more whenever someone suggests like donating something or giving it away. I would recommend keeping it, like especially your Pokemon. If you like I'm still flamethrowing, what am I doing? A lot of people take breaks from PokeMMO. It doesn't mean you won't ever return. I think a lot of people aren't familiar with playing an MMO like that. I would really recommend keeping your stuff, man. I would just keep it. It's not, you know, you've built your account and it gives you the opportunity to return one day, you know. As much as I cannot see life jerking friend convinced is a bad emote. It is. It's two monkeys jerking each other off. I mean, that sounds even more crass than what it is. It's not a good emote. Correct. Have your collection, dude. Sometimes logging back on to an MMO that you love or a game that you love for the first time in a long, just seeing your stuff, sometimes that just feels amazing, like a little, you know, check-in, you know. Absolutely. If you stop playing Magic the Gathering, you know, sometimes it's nice to still just keep your collection and go flip through your binder, or your Pokemon cards, right? Flip through your binder and just go through memories. And yeah, also be doing too. That's a bit, okay, you lost, you can still log into your account, but you just lost the, gotcha. That's, sorry to hear that. Ghost Koo, what's up? Happy to have you. welcome. Good morning. It's not a good emote. It's a fantastic emote. What would you think is best whenever passive player like me? I just play on the side fossil farming really passive. I don't recommend. Great question. I don't recommend fossil farming for passive money. I love this question. Pelty said, what do you think is the best moneymaker as a passive player like me? I usually play PokeMMO on the side, when I'm working or playing other games. Is fossil farming really the best passive? I don't think fossil farming is. I'm glad you asked. Great question. I think fossil farming actually requires a fair bit of clicks and also requires you popping item magnet charms to get maximum profits. I would not recommend fossil farming to a alt account or side account player, a multi, you know, what's it called? Someone multitasking, right? I think ditto farming, Ninkata farming. If you get really good at simple Jimmy runs, some people, I could do Jimmy runs on the side because I've just done them 500 times. You know, I have the muscle memory. If you don't have the muscle memory, you know, that's up to you. Beginner Jimmy runs, Ditto farming, Ninkata farming, Payday pickup is, I mean, infamously one of the best brain dead. It's not a lot of Pokeyen per hour, but it's so brain dead and so chill. And you have legendary chance as well in certain locations where you can like try to get some extra Pokeyen by selling an extra legendary or just getting an OT legendary for your collection. I think those are the best ones. Now, you mentioned there's two different types of passive PokeMMO players. There's passive player, which is like playing an account on the side of like playing a different game or ulting or whatever. And there is like the person who like maybe can't play PokeMMO many hours in the day or for much time, but when they play their full focus, like let's say you have like 15 minutes before work, 15 minutes at your lunch break, and then maybe 30 minutes at like 8 p.m. Maybe you have like 1 hour to play PokeMMO split up throughout the day. That person, you can do Jimmy runs and just log out to preserve your amulet coin timer. That's good. Or if you watch Epoch and get into flipping. Flipping is, if you are low time, if you don't have a lot of time to play PokeMMO, flipping is by far, flipping or breeding for profit, especially flipping, by far the two best money making methods, because most of your time spent is waiting for sales anyway. So if you can't be logged in, if you can't be active playing, it's ideal. It's good for you. So I think way more people should try to learn to flip, and then if you don't have a lot of time to play, you know, that's the best moneymaker. So hopefully that answered your questions to some extent. Great question, and good luck to you on your Pokeyen, dude. Hopefully that helped. Hopefully no F as well. Those are the two different kinds of like passive players, I would say. We can't. Hopefully no F. Okay, should be good. Gambling for profit. I think there's still okay. It is much harder to make money breeding for profit these days, but it's still very possible. I was finding in a recent video and recent market check. Who am I glazing barrels? Someone has to be glazed. I don't know who though. I mean, I just glaze you. Barrels is, I feel like, someone who adds to the PokeMMO community truly out of the fucking love of their heart. Like, I don't think Barrels will just make YouTube videos even if they have copyrighted music or whatever, because he wants people to be seen. He wants shiny hunters to be appreciated. He wants to make art. I think Barrels is like what I would consider a genuine true artist, much more than me, to be honest. Like, I like making stuff and I like being creative, but I also need some incentive, I think. And I think Barrels is like a true fucking artist. I think Barrels does things in the PokeMMO space that no one else does, and he does them in a way that is very fucking special. Who the fuck is Barrels? Barrels is a really cool guy, a really underrated PokeMMO content creator, and a really underrated shiny hunter and just person that anybody would be lucky to have in their team in the game. I think that's like Barrels is a positive asset wherever he goes. How's that for a glaze? Is that sufficient? Hoping you glaze Tom. You said glaze anybody. You said I don't care who. There you go. Justice for Tom. Tom's not so bad. There's his glaze. I love Tom. I've glazed Tom. Tom might be one of the most glazed people in my chat, to be honest, nowadays, which he earned. He earned through his soldiering on. No, dude, of course, Barrels. I didn't deserve that. Yes, you. That's the whole point. Is yes, you did. Yes, you did. Yes. No, that's, dude. I think that is under talked about, Jenny. I actually couldn't agree with you more. Yes. I think that I kind of fucked this up. Give me 1 sec. Yes, Jenny. I couldn't agree with you more. I think that often the downside of flipping is like you sell something, you lose access to some capital for a period of time, but like maybe you lose like 3 to 5k max. Like, you lose so little, you know. I'm playing legal. Okay, I take back all my glaze then, Barrels. Sorry, man. Apologies. We have a reverse glaze redeem, like a fucking flame, a roast redeem. I don't know about that. Hi, hello, hi, hello, hi. What's up, JW? How you doing, man? What's up, gamer? What's up, gamer man? How you doing today? Good morning, good morning, good morning. Did I play a little bit of Skyrim last night for the first time in a long time? I was doing the what was it? I was doing a quest line where you get this like staff with a star on top of it, and then you get teleported into like a blue crystal dimension and kill a guy. Hey, another League player? Don't be proud of that. That would be, that's something you respectfully hide in shame. That's so mean, but like, so I'm losing this Jimmy run. 12,000 hours, by the way. Loses to Blaine, by the way. I lost like really hard as well. It wasn't even close. I got fucking obliterated. I got obliterated by a fucking 10 growth outspeeding me. What happened? I gave this motherfucker chlorophyll. Oh my god. Don't mention it, chat. Shut up. Don't say anything. Chat, shut up. Soul Karen. No, it wasn't the soul. It was a nicher. Wasn't the soul Karen. Good. I respect the guess. I respect the dimension was like, it was called like, the guy's name was like Maine, or it was a nicher quest that I've played a lot, like 2,000 hours of Skyrim, and I've never done this quest, I don't think. Maine, Skyrim, Malin Varen. What is this quest from? It was one of the College of Winterhold type quests. The Dunmer Mage located within Azora's star. You get like teleported into the star. I'd never done this quest before. I'll show you guys. AlanVaren.png. This is what I was doing last night off stream, hanging out with this fella on Skyrim. Just in case anybody was curious. I just wanted to, I don't know, I want to throw it out there. Me and my boy Malin were holding it down, having a little kickback. Have you been following the Lego store? I have no idea. Is it like drama or like, I don't care about, but was like some actually like interesting. Now, okay, Legos. Part of me really wishes I was into Legos. Legos seem, I kind of love the Lego like community, the vibe, like all that stuff. But also I'm really glad I'm not into Legos, because holy fuck, Legos are expensive. It's the same thing with miniatures. Like part of me really wishes that I was into Warhammer 40k. I got into Malifaux a little bit, kind of a niche miniatures game when I was like 16, but I just never took to it. I tried it, but never took to it. Part of me wishes I was into Warhammer or like orcs, you know, but I hate, you quickly realize with miniatures is not like Magic the Gathering, right? Miniatures is a fucking art form. It's not just, oh, you know, buy the miniatures, you put them together and play. No. Putting them together, yeah, it takes a long time. That I can do. I don't mind the grind, but it's a fucking art to like purposefully place the little smallest dollop of Gorilla Super Omega Ultra Turbo glue, and then you have to prime them with like painting primer, and then you're like color blending. Bro, I'm not a fucking artist. I'm just trying to like, it turns out miniatures is just painting. I was like, oh fuck, I didn't know that. I didn't know it was just art. I suck at art. Damn it. But I love the, like, seeing miniatures armies was always so cool to me. Yo, what's up? I'm doing pretty good, G Money. I'm doing pretty good. Excited to tackle, pretty chill day, but I'm excited to tackle the day, you know? Doing our Jimmy run, 20 minutes left. My first dude, that's, oh yeah, that's sick, Quinn Stefan. I've seen you in the achievement showcase, dude. Even I haven't gotten a certain stuff yet. Your disadvantage at the very beginning. But even that's more like, which is a big part of flipping, is like sniping. I noticed this started happening like 2 to 3 years ago. People started conflating like, oh, the only flipping you can do is sniping. And that's just so not true. As like, there are tons of flips that sit on the GTL for hours. This happens in every MMO, you know? Flipping is not just sniping, you know? So now sniping, flipping is like consistent good Pokeyen. Sniping gives you the chance to make like 10 mil in 5 seconds sometimes. You know, like sniping is pretty crazy, don't get me wrong, but you don't need to snipe. Like I've done plenty of flipping where I just, you know, you just make like 2 to 400k an hour or whatever, right? Yes, that, yeah. I think flipping has more consistency, but sniping's ceiling, Jenny, for sure. That's true. But I just don't want to I noticed this like 3 years ago where I started seeing players like thinking that flipping is only snipe. They didn't think that you could flip outside of just sniping. And that was something I've tried to like actively push back against, you know? Not that you're saying that, so apologies if I'm lumping you. I'm just trying to talk about the talking point, you know? Just trying to yap as per usual. The GameStop of Lego World called Bricks and Minifigs stole 200K from a customer. Oh, it's like a drama thing. I mean, that's so. It's one of those like. With situations like that, I hope whoever is at fault reimburses and gets punished, and whoever is not at fault, you know, get like. It's just one of those things. Like, it's not. I don't know the story, man. It's not in my life. But I respect. I get it. You know. A brick and mortar Lego reselling store basically signed a deal to sell this guy's Legos, but they were only selling them for him and didn't own them. He tried to get them back, and they basically said, hell nah, they're trying to keep them. 200K worth of Legos. That is crazy. That sucks. Wish him the best of luck. That's terrifying. Yeah. Dude, okay, I've never played ESO. How good is it? How worth it? I'm scared that, like, I'll fucking love ESO or some shit. The viral YouTube video, yeah. I do kind of, and it's a double-edged sword. Like, that's a really, on one end of things, that's a cool story to go viral because I hope that the virality gets justice. On the other end, I do hate that all YouTube is having like another like Keemstar / like Leafy is here moment, which not that that's that, but like it does kind of make me sad. Drama is big right now, and it makes me sad. I really wish, like, I miss when top YouTube videos were like, here's my 14-hour retrospective of Morrowind, you know, or like, you know, like, I like deep dives. I don't like drama. I hate that drama is big right now. I'm really not but I get it. It's fucking interesting and exciting. And at least the drama like that is, you know, hopefully there's some usefulness there, but it's just one of those things. Like, I almost miss when stories like that weren't everybody's business, but that's, I mean, that's always been news. That's news to the end of the earth. That's been, you know, since 2000 years ago, that's been news. But I miss when things just stayed local, you know. I kind of miss when things just stayed, but sometimes there's once again benefits to that. I hope that guy gets justice. That's all, you know, at the end of the day. Yeah, that, like, yeah. Sorry, once again, sorry if I'm doing the Patrouski thing of like taking a thing and extrapolating it to talk about an adjacent topic, but not necessarily that topic. So apologies if it comes off as that's really cool if that's, you know, what's happening. That's really cool, you know. I just don't know stories like that. I love 2012 old Pokemon. That's some of my favorite shit. Man vs Machine. Well, it's man versus, I don't know, a store, right? A company, I don't know, which is run by people. And those people might be making a mistake, but I don't know. I don't know the story, so I don't know the fucking story. So it's out of my depth. It's out of my depth. I just get very skeptical. Whenever there's a very one-sided story, I'm just always very skeptical. Because it's almost never, you know, everything's almost always like dual. But I don't know. We do live in a world right now where people are kind of making things pretty like obvious. Where like people are like, oh yeah, that guy's doing bad stuff. What the hell? Like, it's not even you know what I'm saying? So I don't know, dude. It's a weird time. So yeah, I've never, it's crazy. I love Skyrim so much. I fell in love with Morrowind growing up. I never played ESO, which still is like maybe one of my biggest blind spots. I think ESO just like never really stood out in the MMO space to me somehow, but maybe it's got, I don't know. But obviously it's doing quite well, and it's like, I don't know. I need to try ESO again, man. Better than Skyrim, like better Skyrim. Damn, like that's a crazy phrase. It feels like bigger and better Skyrim. Like, I love Skyrim so much, man. 10 years old, even, but maybe I'm just boomer. Skyrim still looks like incredibly good to me. Skyrim is one of the most timeless aging games graphically, in my opinion. Like, it's so nuts, dude. It's so nuts. I kind of can't believe, like, I was playing Skyrim last night, and maybe I'm just easily impressed by graphics. I don't play a whole lot of like super modern games, especially this. I mean, one of the constantly quoted things is the skyline. The skyline in Skyrim is just ridiculous. It is. I can't fucking believe that those moons and the planets and the sky, the stars and the skyline being made in like 2011 is unfucking believable. Shit is insane. You have to play Elder Scrolls 6 in 7 years. Yes, Elder Scrolls 6 is probably the first game I will buy day one of release in a very, 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 very long time. The last AAA game I did buy, well, what did I buy? I've had friends buy me games like day one. Like I had a friend buy me I'm spoiled. I had a friend buy me Pal World. That was awesome. But even then, like, I don't think I've had a AAA game that I played day one. I think Elder Scrolls 6 will be the first AAA game that I played day one since SSX 2012. I bought SSX 2012 on Xbox 360. That was the first game. That was the first game or not the first game, but the last game I had like bought. I really cared about getting that as soon as possible and playing it. I think that's the last one, man. 6, no, not the Elder Scrolls 6 in 7 years. Come on, that can't be a 6-7. That's unhinged. No, yeah, Skyrim is still. My wife tried to play Skyrim, and I'm gonna force Casey to play Skyrim one of these days. Okay, she tried to play and didn't get super into it, but she didn't get past like the tutorial. You know, like. Which I understand. That might be the hardest part. That might be the most boring part of the game. But Skyrim is like a beautifully designed game where like you leave the tutorial cave and there's like, okay, you can see Whiterun in the distance. You have cave markers here. If you explore the surrounding areas, you have a bandit camp. You have wolves on the path. You have a trail you could follow. You have an offshoot of a trail that takes you to an abandoned mine shaft. Like Skyrim's tutorial spawn point is so perfectly designed where no matter what direction you go, you'll run into something, or you will see things off in the skyline and off in the distance that are meant to draw the eye and to make you want to travel to them. Like Skyrim is one of the most ADHD friendly single player like RPGs like that. It's so fucking nuts, man. Skyrim does not get enough credit for like being so, it really grabs your attention. If you like Elden Ring, I have had a hard time getting into Dark Souls or Souls-like games. I really don't like the combat. The combat and I'm not saying this is true, it's just how it feels to me. Dark Souls combat feels very clunky and delayed. It doesn't feel like, I don't like that when I roll, it takes like half a second for me to actually roll as opposed to being like instant. Everything feels very delayed with Dark Souls and all the Souls lights. I played Dark Souls 1. Now I have not given up on the series. I plan to sit down at like some time in my life and like dedicate a whole week to like try. That'd be a cool retro pat video. Dedicate a week of my life to like learning and playing Dark Souls. I've played Dark Souls 1 on PS3 for about an hour and a half, and I beat the first boss. And I played Elden Ring for about an hour and a half to 2 hours, and I didn't really beat any bosses. I kind of just roamed around, and I fought this giant troll multiple times for fun. I lost every time, but it was really fun. That was my favorite part, was running into like this wooded gate area, and then this giant fucking troll chases you. Had a lot of fun with that, even though I never beat it. That was fun. That's maybe that's so. I appreciate that, like Tranks. Maybe that's I'm conflating them, you know. Dark Souls, I love this. I respect the Souls like. I'm glad people love them. I'm glad that they are a difficult game that sticks to and respects to being difficult and doesn't like bend to the will of the masses. I think it's really important to have games that people are like, not everybody gets, and not like, I think PokeMMO's kind of like that. Like, well, PokeMMO on the surface, everybody can enjoy. Everybody can like play through the storylines and enjoy them. But the grinding elements, the MMO parts, not everybody's going to enjoy that in PokeMMO, and that's okay. I don't think we should try to make everybody like the endgame of PokeMMO. Some people just aren't going to like it, and that's okay. Like, that's healthy. I think it's good to have games like the Dark Souls franchise, Souls-likes, where they're not for everybody, but for those who are into them, they're like super into them. I think that is like very beautiful. I used to also critique the combat. Feel free to disagree. I used to also critique the combat a lot in Skyrim. I thought it was kind of like clunky or whatever. I don't know. I almost feel like we were too harsh on it. I feel like that was almost always the critique given. I feel like in terms of open world combat, Skyrim is pretty fucking solid. It's not like the most entertaining in the world, but I think it's like pretty damn good still. I think it's pretty damn fluid, especially bow and arrow. Like using a bow, being a stealth archer just feels really fucking good. Yeah, like that, and that's I respect the realism of that, Tranks. Like that's really cool. Well, kind of. I need to give Dark Souls more of my time. I think it's one of those games you have to adapt to the game's systems, and I just didn't give it enough time to do that. I've only played the franchise for like a maximum of 3 hours, you know. Gotta just give it more time one day. But Skyrim, I do feel like going back, I feel like the combat, especially like if you compare it, oh my god, dude. Go back and try to play Morrowind combat or even Oblivion combat and then play Skyrim. Respectfully, I love Morrowind. Holy fuck, going back and try Morrowind combat feels awful. Morrowind combat is truly fucking awful. With The Witcher 3, I've tried to get into Witcher 3 is another one. Like I've only played The Witcher for like less than an hour. Maybe like I didn't get into it. I don't love games as much where you are given a character to follow the storyline as much as I love blank slate games. I love that Skyrim is here's this empty character, you know, RPG, like you create a character, it's you personified, or you can like role play or whatever. I feel like usually with Witcher 3 and Skyrim, like you usually hard prefer one or the other. You can like both, and I need to play through Witcher 3 and enjoy it. But yeah. The wildest passing of his life, firm belief. Yo, what's up, research? It was my sister that popped off, then a tree from home literally almost killed me. Holy shit. I'm glad you're still here, research. God damn, dude. Another couple pregnant. Congrats. What the fuck? That is pretty nuts. Tree falling on your house and your wife getting pregnant in the same week. Congratulations, man. That's some fucking PokeMMO family shit, dude. That's Patrouski RNG, right? That's really annoying to say something like that. Dude, much love to you. Someone just said, whoa, I just woke up inside Pat. Okay. Whoa. Monk up. So with the house bear, yeah, that's insane. Didn't mean it. Oh, it was I see. It was JW Tree. The mystery deepens. The case unresolved still. Hi guys, I'm new. What's up? Welcome. What's up? Are you new? I feel like I've seen your name before, but if not, either way, welcome. Maybe someone similar with your name? Are you testing if are you testing to see if I recognize my viewers? I do a decent job. I can see you've chatted one time before. Heard of Sword Justice legendaries are here. Are they roaming? Great question. This was back during the Lunar New Year event. You popped in the stream chat for a second. I remember. Hey, I'm proud of myself. I don't always remember chatters, but I try to do the best I can. The goal with right now, the main account, I'm gonna be so honest, I basically have no goals. The main account is shiny hunting casually for fun on the side, very, very, very casually, very, very inefficiently. My life right now in PokeMMO revolves around Shiny Wars. I am preparing for Shiny Wars on the Ironman account to participate and to do and to succeed in Shiny Wars. As an Ironman account as a main account takes so much. As an Ironman account takes so much preparation. Everything I do right now is just my life revolves around preparing for Shiny Wars. There are some when they're worth hunting for profit. Yes, it's not as open as it used to be. I think I can find it, Proxy. Xmas PokeMMO mod. There should be a video on it. I got it. There you go. Thankfully, that was a quick Google search. Well, hell yeah. Gotcha, Crescent. Happy to have you, man. Elephant confirm. No, I definitely have goldfish memory, but sometimes something sticks for whatever reason. What shiny was it? Don't. Great question. Shiny War is like the Super Bowl of shiny hunting is the best way to put it. It is all. It's really. It is not for the average player. It is not, to be honest with you. But it still affects the average player because it affects the economy. I need to do a video explaining Shiny War very soon. It's on my docket, high up my docket. Shiny War is all about the best players coming together, forming teams, trying to catch the most shinies possible, as well as the rarest shinies possible. I should have a video on my channel. If you Google how to catch Zapdos PokeMMO, I have a video on that. I can also link it to you if you want. But Shiny War is shiny hunting competitors coming together, and you have a chance to win vanities. Like the teams 1 through 3 last year won the sparkling charcoal, the shiny Charizard wings, which there's very few of in the game. And then top 50 teams last year, I believe, got the little Charizard shiny horns as well. I'm not sure what the rewards will be this year. We'll have to wait and see. And Shiny Wars has not been announced this year. It's possible that Shiny Wars doesn't happen this year. I think it's unlikely. I really hope it happens. It should happen, but it's possible. There's usually an official leaderboard. Nowadays, there's a lot I could talk about with Shiny Wars. I do have a Shiny War prep guide if you're interested. Just even if you're not even doing it, just to know the information is good, as well as like, if you are a normal player, there are tons of things you should keep in mind and do during Shiny Wars, you know, like keeping an eye on fossil farming, keeping an eye on ditto farming. There are things that you can do and capitalize on as a new player. Hardcore a little bit. So there's something called, last year I believe they introduced species clause, which was if the same team of like 30 or so people gets the same shinies over and over and over again, you get less and less points. So you do want to like get a variety of shinies. We haven't seen the tail yet, no. We don't know what it, most likely mid-July, Henry, but we don't know. They have not announced it yet, so we just don't know. Whew. I have no idea. I don't know shit about Pokemon VGC, especially Megas. I have no idea, Brain. I respect you asking. I have no idea, man. Good luck to you, dude. Good questions about I need to do a video answering more questions about Shiny Wars. I actually write some stuff down now. When is it most likely mid-July? What are some like bullet points I could answer? Who is the other? Is it Team Synergy? A chat will know this for sure. Who is the other team that has complete Pokedex? They only got it, complete shiny Pokedex. They only got it within the past like month or two, right? There's two. It's Team Mister and somebody else. There's one other. Is it Team Synergy? I need to remember that. I just haven't burned that into my memory yet. How do I sign up? There's no signups yet. It'll be like getting in a team. I recommend looking for teams now if possible, looking for people interested in Shiny Wars and asking people like, how many hours do you plan to play? Like being on a team with people of a similar mindset is really important. You do not want to be that person who is planning to play 100 hours a week and then being on the same team with people who only can play 20 hours, because that's going to cause conflict and frustrations, and it's not a good time. You want to be on a team with people who have similar goals and similar like plays as much as possible. There's always going to be some differences, but yeah, good time at ditto selling. There's a lot of money making methods that become really good around the time of Shiny Wars. Do you think it's a perfect IV or PvP like Scyther worth it? Like capturing your breeding to get a perfect one. I usually recommend just like buying breeders off the GTL is better than just capturing yourself, unless you're an Ironman account, of course. But buying breeders is usually better. Getting a good Garchomp and a good Scizor is definitely like a 5x31 one is probably worth it long term. Those Pokemon have been meta in PokeMMO for 4 to 6 years, if not longer, you know. So sorry about that, brain. There's our Jimmy run done. Okay, it's about, I might wait a little bit actually to plant Leppas. Garchomp, yes, Garchomp and Scizor are our niche PvP kings. Thank you, Duck, for the raid of 14. It's an honor to have you. Start coming in. What's up, gamer? Happy to have you. Yeah, like, yep, that's people now that's a big part of Shiny War that people underestimate, and I cover it in my Shiny War prep guide if you haven't seen it, which is this video. Dude, Shiny War prep is a lot about IRL prep. It really is, man. Meal prepping, caffeine prepping, exercise planning. If you're gonna be doing Shiny War, please try to get some treadmill time in, lift some weights. You know, you got I'll probably be more active than I normally am during Shiny War because it just makes you more on high alert of like, you got to take care of yourself when you're shunning for that long. What else, dude? Yo, on stream? Wait, getting it on stream as well is insane. Yo, fucking congrats, man. Remember how usually are? I have a video on that. Let me, what's the best region in PokeMMO? I got you, dude. I appreciate, I'm happy to link guides wherever they're needed. There you go. That should be it, Tranks. And that should be like up to date, like almost entirely. There might be some small things that are different, but that should almost entirely be up to date. Are you so fast? Some of it, like it auto, people have asked that question a lot because it's a good question. So sometimes my Google searches like autocomplete and it just goes right to it knows that I'm trying to find my own guide. That's so embarrassing. I Google my own guide so much. Yikes. Missing a shiny. Yo, Rutro, you okay? I don't know. Burner. Shiny War stimulates the economy drastically and is one of the greatest transfers of wealth between high-end rich players down to beginner and newer players newer players, and it's a win-win. The high-end players have been saving all year for this moment and want a chance at shiny glory. The new players are trying to make a name for themselves, build up their own account and capital, and build connections with high-end players by consistently supplying resources for war like Dittos, Leppas, Ninkadas, other breeders, fossils, etc. Okay. Good luck to you, geezer. Hey, it's one of those things. The shiny rate in PokeMMO is 1 in 30,000. I want not to like. I hope you get a shiny as soon as possible. That's always my hope for everybody. The shiny rate in PokeMMO is 1 in 30,000. I try to tell people, like, I would not expect a shiny almost ever. If you're truly if you're mentally stronger than me, you expect it never. Okay, that's the based position. But I wouldn't even expect a shiny until 30k. If you are, I think it's and it's everyone's different, so I don't want to tell you how to feel. You feel whatever you want to feel, right? But I would encourage and recommend. I don't want people to get into the trap because it's gonna hurt. You're gonna put yourself in pain. You know, if you're like 15,000 encounters dry and you're like, oh, I'm so dry. Well, brother, you're not even halfway to, you're halfway to rate, right? Like that's, I don't want to see people be in pain if possible. You know, it's a good perspective to keep in mind. Like the average encounters is 30,000. Many go over. You know, it's only about a 60% chance. Only about a 60% chance to get a shiny at 30,000 encounters, which means that like about half of your shiny hunts are going to go over rate. About half of them. Like I think it's a really important statistic to let people know, so you don't like build a false. I think a lot of new players are like, oh, the average is 30k, so surely I'll get it by 30k. No. It's only about a 60%. It's about a coin flip to get it by then, you know? You guys actually want shinies? No, you are asking the perfect kind of questions. You're perfect, Tranks. Don't apologize at all, dude. The Shuckle, it's a counter like theme mod. It's a mod that I have installed because I love Shuckle. It's not like some people think it's like my target, so apologies for any confusion. It's just a little like theme mod. Because I love Shuckle. That's it. Just a little visual mod. There are a ton of different visual mods like this over on the forums if you're interested in getting one for yourself. And they're really easy to install. Dude, shiny encounter milestones, yeah. Dude, low-key sad when your encounter hits 0 again. Like, that's, yeah. Shiny hunting has to be a lot about the journey and not the destination, in my opinion. Because otherwise, I don't think destination shunters last, sadly. Not to be too harsh. It's Shiny hunting is tough. On the edge. I mean, yeah. So, dude, yes. Quack, I love that you said this. That's the other, if that motivates you, yes. Literally at the end of the day, shiny hunting is a mental game. Whatever works for you, do it. You know, if constantly thinking, oh, this next encounter is going to be a shiny, if that keeps you excited, do it. You know, if that keeps you going, do it. Yes, hell yes, geezer. Yes, I love that. Do it. Whatever. There's no right or wrong way to shunt. It's all about whatever makes you not give up. The only way you lose with shiny hunting in PokeMMO is if you give up. It is the only possible way. If you just keep getting encounters, you're winning. Are you winning, son? Yes, I'm getting encounters. Okay. If we Leppa farm now, it's 20 hours. It'd be done by 8 a.m. We can go Leppa plant. That's fine. Not playing it. If Nintendo released an official, I try pretty much every Pokemon MMO that ever releases. Selfishly, it'd be like really, really good for my channel. If Nintendo releases a Pokemon MMO, I think it'd also be. We had this discussion yesterday. People ask every day, like, what if, you know, blah blah. I don't know if it'll ever happen. I know there was leaks, but I always say people thought Gen 6 was going to be an MMO. I don't know who's old enough to remember that, but because Gen 6 code leaked and it had Street Pass, people thought that Gen 6 was going to be an MMO, which is hilarious. It's really funny knowing that, looking back, you know, hindsight. So when people are like, you know, an MMO being leaked, I'm very skeptical until it's like actually here. And then even if it were to happen, I think it would be really, I think a lot of people would try out PokeMMO ahead of time, and it'd be an exciting time. It'd be a little scary, but a very, very exciting time for sure. Let's go Unova and plant berries, boys. Berry time, berry time, berry time. Dude, yeah, that's competition's good. I'm very excited for PokeForce. Exactly. Like, the competition's a good thing, you know? Absolutely, absolutely. I love this song, dude. Okay, we're just getting back into berry farming, but we're doing double batches of Leppas. We just did Leppas yesterday. We have enough seeds. We're doing them again today. That is very, very, very rare. What I'm trying to start doing actually is Leppa farming on the weekdays, probably like Monday, Tuesday, and then doing all like Cherry, Pecha, Rost on the weekend while I'm not recording clips or whatever, or like not streaming at least. I love shiny hunting, especially in PokeMMO. It's just I could gush about it. I mean, I could sit here and gush. Like it's hunting in PokeMMO is truly, I miss it. I miss that. Like it is kind of driving me a little crazy that right now I'm just preparing. I've just been preparing to shiny hunt for months. I haven't actually been able to do the thing that I love to do in the game, which is shiny hunt. I know that I could. I'm on the main account like very passively, but like if I want to fucking hold my own and benefit my team and be a good fucking soldier during shiny war, this is what I have to do. I miss shiny hunting. I miss doing but it's kind of like, imagine I love playing football but I hate going to the gym. If I want to be a good football player, I have to suck it up and go to the gym. This is that, you know, this is that, but in a dumb little niche video game. Like W, you know. Specific models or showers deliver specific particles. I genuinely highest points. I haven't even thought about what species I want, duck, or what shinies I want to see. I just want to be a good soldier for my team. Like it is that, you know. There's no release date. We haven't seen news on PokeForce in a sec, sadly. I'm really hoping we see something soon. I love PokeForce. I'm very hopeful. I think they've been caught in the development trenches, and developing a game is really hard, you know, of cheat days. JW, you're spitting facts. JW, you're spitting facts. You're right. And I think I should do that a little bit more. I think you're totally like nailing something on that. I probably should do a little bit more. For sure. Also returned. That's true. A big thing was Jack, one of the big like leads and communicators of PokeForce, was serving his country. He was busy doing something, I don't know, maybe a little bit more important. He also has 2 like newborn kids Jack is amazing. I'm so glad he's home. He just got home recently. Yeah, I'm excited for hopefully some PokeForce news. Hopefully that's a good humanizing thing. I hate the dehumanization of game developers and how people treat them sometimes. Like, PokeForce was delayed a little bit because, yeah, one of their people was off serving their country. Like there's bigger things that, you know. And I love, yeah. How nice are these Leppas, bro? What's crazy, okay, each Leppa harvest is like 9 to 10 hours of Leppa shunting, which is actually, I need a haircut, holy shit, which is actually nuts. Watch me say that I need a haircut for like 2 more months before I get one. I should get one before Shiny Wars. That's actually kind of like, I just burped in the mic, excuse me, I'm sorry. I hate doing that. Ugh. Shiny War prep is IRL prep. I will have to get a haircut, prep energy drinks, meal prep, tell my mother-in-law and all my other loved ones, hey, I love you so much, I'm gonna be busy for a month, you know, that's fucking war, brother. The virtual wars commence. Get a Boosie fade. I don't even know what that means. A hoo-ha? Hat getting deployed for Shiny War. Yes, I am serving my... No, I shouldn't make... It's not okay. Anyways. Was there a progress? Like, that's funny. Like, seeing how far my hair can grow over the course of one Shiny War. Yeah, I'm fine. I'm just looking for different colored virtual monsters, Jenny. Yeah. Pat's Platoon. That's a banger name. I already have the name for the team picked out. But that's pretty. Also, that's just an egotistical name. It has my fucking shit in it. The disgusting, ugly ego. Am I right, chat? Wait, give us real people. I know it's. I thought they were mindless drones. Yeah, I mean it's. Yeah. It sucks. It's one of those things. When you know, everybody has bad days at their job or messes up. Like I don't agree with everything the PokeMMO devs do, and it does suck that, or like, you know, and I'm the same. But like when I mess up, it affects a lot of people, and I've got to try to right my wrong. But it does suck that like sometimes the devs in my opinion, they messed up. But that's just my opinion. You know, they may not have objectively messed up. It's just they have a different way of balancing the game. You know, I don't like that sometimes people take it so. We are in an era of like people literally can't comprehend someone having a different opinion than them right now, because there are areas in life where that is kind of more life or death or more. But like in terms of balancing a video game, like I think it's fine. I think it's fine to have those, you know, type beats. Link to the shiny. Which are the Gyarados? It's 5 times 31. Bred up. April 15th, 2023. A great time Pokemon. There's a Duck and Joy with the Pidgey. Is that your single encounter? Okay, single encounter Pidgey. I'm not a huge Pidgey guy. I'm sure you're not either. But like single encounter Pidgey makes it worth and based. That's cool. Sabrina Carpenter spotted. Oh my god, it's real Sabrina Carpenter in my chat, guys. Oh my god, play it cool, play it cool. I didn't watch her Christmas. I was gonna watch her Christmas, but I never got around to it. No, fake fan canceled. Have I watched anything with Sabrina Carpenter? Is she a musician or an actress? She's a musician, right? I think I confuse her. No, I'm not gonna. Never mind. I'm not getting canceled on that on that one. I confuse my blondes. Not that. Never mind. I'm gonna stop digging my hole. How much about the other day for attack and especially I don't want sweet scent. Do you want to use it? Do you want to use it for Do you want to use it for Ditto hunting? If you want to use it for Ditto hunting, it's important to not give it any attack, damage dealing moves. Like no Payday, no Surf. So it comes down to, do you want to use it as a Ditto catcher or not? That's Sabrina. Yeah, you know. Okay, you know what I'm. Exactly. Oh, so there you go. What's up? Hello, Lakindu, Poggies. I like your Pikachu. I like this. This is a good fit, actually. This is a straight up sick drippy fit, bro. It's Stark. This is great drip, dude. This is a great fit. Hi. Hello. For an actress, dog. I legitimately don't follow, like, I think it's the cringe hipster. Sadly, I have the cringe hipster gene in me. I don't like it. I try to counteract it, but I don't follow like stuff that's popular often, you know? I don't have Surf on me. No, fuck. Oh, that's annoying. I've done that too many times. So now I have to... It's not that big of... I'm being such a baby. But it is annoying. I have to fly back here. I have to go get a Surf Pokemon. Like my Dragonite. Put them in my party. Ugh, so much work, guys. Babe, I had a really hard day at work. I forgot my Surf Pokemon when I went to Berry Farm. She'd be, oh, you poor baby. Oh, my poor thing. Come here. The troubles at work that I face. Me having to walk through the patches of grass again. True magic. True. Yeah, Soak is fantastic. I think Soak is like... Okay, so I assume your Smeargle right now is like, I want to make it as general as possible. I want to use it anywhere I can. Okay, you have Soak, you have False Swipe, Spore. Soak is my guess. Ultra Hero, I'd probably go like Teleport. That's my, unless you have a Teleport Ocarina, then obviously don't do that. If you don't have a Teleport Ocarina, I would go Teleport. I would try to not give it a damaging move to make it a Ditto catcher. Personally, but that's up to you. You could give it Super Fang if you really wanted to help a little bit. I don't love that, but it's a valid option. What's an objectively mediocre really absolutely love? We just talked about one yesterday. Never Back Down. Never Back Down is an unbelievably like mediocre like boy slop movie. But I watched it when I was like 14 and I bought it for like $6 at 7-Eleven. So it became a core part of my masculinity because it's just about a guy like UFC fight who can't stop fighting. It's like the dumbest, but it's I like it, man. It's great. So I will always love it for that. There you go, man. And for an alpha, it's a solid, like, it's a solid option. Any back item suggestions? So I mean, my brain goes to, I could be wrong, I mean, my brain goes to like the Mage's Staff that can do one of the most underrated, like pretty cheap for like a cool, maybe it wouldn't work though. I'd have to Smooch, what's up, Crepe? Like Mage's Staff is kind of interesting to me, but maybe that, I don't know if that was my plan too. Okay, yeah, like I feel like that would work with your fit. I think Mage's Staff is really underrated. Also, your fit being like entirely different pieces and not full sets, and like, yeah, love that movie. I love Never Back Down. It is such a dumb, it is a teenage boy slop movie, but it's not, I shouldn't be too harsh on it. It's not, it's fun. Law-abiding citizen. I love suggestions. Shit was so tough. Yeah, it's like the definition of like, that's so fucking tough, bro. But it kind of low-key is fun, man. The trainer in it is the best character. Not as cool as the World Cup staff, sadly. Wait, huh? Or so for skill swallow, each leaves catch. Having an extra sketch is nice, yeah. Heal block's a good shout. Xhev, you almost always have good shouts in chat. Whenever Xhev types something in stream chat, I feel like it's almost always a very helpful thing. Good shout. Hardcore Buddy and Star Piece. We got two. Okay, I don't know if I've ever heard of Law-Abiding Citizen, and now we have two recommendations for it. We are off to Fossil Farm, by the way. We have Shiny Chance, finally. Shiny Chance for Spirit Tomb. Law-Abiding Citizen. Shiny Chance for Spirit Tomb. Obviously, Fossil Chance. Law-Abiding Citizen, Jamie Foxx, Gerard Butler. How have I never heard of this? Also, only 250k logs on Letterboxd is not that much for. Okay, I'm gonna add to my watch list. One of the top reviews is, spoiler, he's not a law-abiding citizen. It's a pretty good bit. Okay, but I shouldn't promote, I hate Letterboxd one-liners. You spent in modern times usually 3 hours watching a fucking movie, okay, and being vulnerable, or sorry, not watching someone else be vulnerable, put themselves on stage, spill their story, blah 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 blah, right? Creating a movie is very difficult. It's very, you open yourself up to all this, creating anything, you open yourself to all this critique, blah blah blah, right? When someone responds to, you put 3 hours of your life into that, into watching someone be vulnerable, and then your response is more like law-abiding citizen, bro. Fucking be vulnerable. Write a real review. Give your real thoughts. You just spent 3 hours engaging in a piece of media, okay? You can take 15 minutes to be like, this connected with me, I thought this about this. Share, put your fucking hat in the ring, brother. Share your opinions. I actually, it's my thing that I hate the most on Letterboxd, is people just constantly leaving like one-liner joke reviews to make others laugh and earn social points. Brother, share your feelings. Open up. Have a human-to-human experience with me. I sound like Jaden Smith. Let's talk about the guys at parties. We should talk about the economical state of the world. I literally sound like Jaden Smith. No! But hey, Jaden Smith, low-key an icon, okay? He low-key kind of right. I kind of respect him. Is he socially aware? No. But is he a fucking real one? Yes. And I think that matters much more. Personally. Class clown. Yep. Class clown. Everybody wants to be the class clown on Letterboxd. Nobody can, like, it's one of those, we've all had that friend who like can't engage in anything critically. Like everything is like, they have to make some sort of like satirical, backhanded like joke to like every, you know, thing. And that's just like, they're a fun friend short term, but it's exhausting like long term. It's okay to open up, little bro. Back. Where's my, I'm missing a dust. There, oh, there it is. Alpha. Duh. Just did a shiny feel my action by accident 31 speed. We love the fucking, how did you do it on accident, man? Congratulations, dude. I don't think so. That's a great. I would love. That's honestly like not a bad UI suggestion, Ray J. It was very funny to call you that. Where's Kim? I'm sorry, that's not a good joke. Anyways, it feel what was I saying? It'd be cool to have a UI that shows like all your daycares and what Pokemon are in them, and being able to even be able to see like what level they are. I wish, but versus like, oh, here's your Breloom that you put in the daycare 4 years ago. It's raised 20 levels. What was it before? Take a guess. I don't know. What's up, Scrappers? I'm doing good, man. How are you doing today? How are you doing? What's the shiny log on the Iron Man account? It's not that impressive. I'll show it to you, gamer. On the Iron Man account, not a whole lot, dude. It is insane how many nice messages you guys send me in game. God, it is. I feel like I take it for granted, so I apologize. I gotta fucking lock in the nice messages. I gotta keep that shit ingrained in my brain. Positive feedback, because that shit is, whoop, whoop, you know. I played D&D with a friend group, and my buddies played a journal session. He was pumping out Zoomer brain rot like every dialogue. Shit had me laughing too much. Okay. That's like the best. That's a really funny bit. Brain rot in a D&D setting is hilarious. Give me 1 sec. I'm gonna BRB like 5 minutes, fellas. Give me one quick sec. Be right back.
Boy, on a real hesitation creeping in. But you look so good and I know what you're offering. Phone's lighting up,
Fuck, man.
But you look so good and I know what you're offering. Phone's lighting up, but I'm just gonna let it ring. Yeah, my phone's lighting up, but I'm just gonna let it ring. Is it the liquor in my system? My desires are so real. Got me caught up in this rhythm. Draw me in and make me feel. Make me feel.
Oh, I didn't mute. That's fine. What's up, fellas? How we doing? Whew. Thank you for your patience, fellas. So I actually have some friends staying over right now. They need a place to crash, so I kind of just, dude, I kind of love it. I kind of love just like the older I get, selfishly, I fucking love hosting, man. I love hosting people is really fun. It's really sweet. Like one of my favorite things, this is like such a dumb thing, but it's true. One of my favorite things is if a friend of ours gets like, if we like have a hangout or a party or whatever, and they get too drunk, I love having people crash on the couch. I think it's like such a fucking wholesome, like offering them water and food. It's sweet, man. I like it. So it makes me selfishly have like, feel like I got purpose, you know? What's up though, gamers? What do I miss? Right now I have 2 shiny Rapidash, 1 Season Hero, Gyarados, and Magikarp. Flexing the shiny collection. Hell yeah. We got some gambles in chat. What's up? What's up? Any shinies elite. It's one of the weirdest things of PokeMMO is like every shiny's fucking impressive. Every shiny is elite. But it's so easy to like forget that or like just compare, and it's just so many layers. It's a lot, you know. My average encounters on the Iron Man was 8,000 encounters. Holy crap, dude. That's also, you had 2 shinies on the Iron Man. I'm really, dude, we haven't really seen it yet. Yeah, dude. Yeah, pretty much. It's kind of exactly Oso. That's I never thought about it like that, but yeah, guy who hosts a chat room, like yeah, kind of same thing, right? Like streaming. Okay. No, yeah, fuck. I said that I like hosting. All of chat's gonna crash at my place for the next. No. Dude, yeah, I love cooking for friends and family. Cooking with my dude. I wish I was better at cooking. I like cooking, and when Casey will say that I'm like pretty good at it, I'm hit and miss. I just made a bunch of boiled eggs. I'm starting the boiled egg food cart. That's a joke. I'm not actually doing that. But let me grab my Pokemon. Let's get to the fossil farming. Give me 1 sec. So we got this. We want this. We need like pretty specific mons here, if I recall. We need this and this, I think. Do you drink the water after you boiled the eggs in them? No, I can't say that I did. Bloods are clutch. I unfortunately really like boiled. Like I think boiled eggs might be my favorite kind of egg, which is kind of disgusting. Like that's fucked up, honestly. I will give you that, but I still, you know, it used to be like scrambled eggs, but I think now as I get older, I like boiled eggs more and more. But I made some boiled eggs. I pickled some boiled eggs, and then I also tried to make soy sauce eggs. I'm gonna be so honest. They fucking came out like ass. I'm gonna be so real. I made some really gnarly, maybe not that bad, but like I made some pickled eggs and some soy sauce eggs, and they were not that good. They were not very good. I'm gonna keep it real. I'm gonna be so fucking honest. And I ate 2 with my ramen. They're just so salty. Deviled eggs are a white people class, and I say this complimentary, a white people family gathering classic. Now an extra one is my family made beet pickled eggs growing up, and I love and have an acquired taste for beet pickled eggs, and I don't even like beets, which is funny, but I fucking love beet pickled eggs. Cooking is one of the best skills to have, like bringing people together, and like it's one of the most wholesome, beloved skills, especially in like modern times, bro. One of the best excuses for us to get together as people right now is to like cook some meals, have some dinners with your friends. You know, we're getting that. We're like 30-ish years old. That's the time to do it. Love deviled eggs. I like deviled eggs a fair bit. I don't know if I love them, but I like them. Afterwards, Matt, that's always the worst. Yeah. I love cooking, but I also get really stressed when I'm cooking. Like I It's like the I hate having anybody else in the kitchen like type beat. Yeah. The wife's messaging me on Discord. Give me one sec. I didn't add any sugar. I added sesame oil. I did add sesame oil, and I did a lot of soy sauce, and I added like minced garlic and dehydrated onions. It just came out way too salty. This I maybe I should have used reduced sodium soy sauce for soy sauce eggs. I don't know. Clean as you cook if possible, bro. I leave dishes for like 2 weeks. There's no shot I'm cleaning while now you're smart and you're correct. I'm just telling you my my qualms. I fucking don't even clean after I cook, let alone fucking while I cook, which is very based and respectable. Okay. Going to Pat's house. Okay, don't take advantage of the fact that I like. Okay, chill. I can't. Wait. Rice vinegar. Yeah, I think maybe next time. I learned a lot. I think maybe next time I would do like reduced sodium soy sauce, and then like sugar to balance it out would probably be the play. I think I just didn't do the mix enough. Soy sauce. I know that I like soy sauce eggs are awesome, and you just make them for ramen. Like adding good soy sauce eggs. But I think I might just prefer like adding a plain boiled egg to ramen, which is so unlike me. It's like it's very rare for something to be too bold for me. I'm a chef. No. You're giving good feedback. I'm not a chef. You're a chef. You're giving no. This okay. Nothing tilts me more in the world than bad backseating on something that I'm an expert in. You know, when someone says, Patrouski, why are you fossil farming without an item magnet charm? You know, you should just use an item magnet charm, dummy. That annoys me because I'm an Iron Man. I don't have access to item magnet charms. That bothers me. When someone who's a chef gives me advice and suggestions, I'm not a chef at all. That's the perfect kind of like, give me that. The cool part about stream is I get to meet so many people who are experts in different. It's one of the coolest things about meeting people in the world is meeting experts in their fields. I love that I get to meet chefs, meet accountants, meet you know, fucking scientists, or you know, fucking I'm looking for like grade school doctors and firefighters, and like it's really cool. Like there's electricians and plumbers who watch. Like that is genuinely one of the coolest assets of streaming, is just meeting all these people who are experts. I love listening to someone talk about someone who's like truly good at something. Like that shit is a cool feeling, you know. Already gotten 2 Everstones pretty fast. Cooking's basically chemistry, and I hate chemistry. Well, it's like it's like baking is not to like actually actually isn't like baking is like chemistry. I feel like cooking is like throwing shit at the wall and seeing. I love cooking because like any like stir fry, like doing like dumb stir fries, like stir fry is a fantastic way to just like throw shit at the wall and see what sticks and see what you enjoy and adjust things to your flavor profile and test things. I like that part of cooking, of like trying new things and experimenting and getting to your flavor profile. Meanwhile, dropping things on ability-based shooters like that, like that's hell yeah. Like that's, you're one of those people, Oso, and it's crazy. Like I had to work really hard, and it was like so not so you didn't work hard. That sounds awful. I didn't mean it like that, but like for me, like getting low masters on Lucio was like I had to I only played ranked on certain days. If my energy wasn't there, I like wouldn't queue up, and like I was very like, you know, min-maxing my shit. I feel like you are just so casually top 500, so casually, like it's really, that's impressive. Like that shit is fucking based. Once again, not to downplay, it's almost like it's because you've put in so much work, so much practice, that for you it is like breathing your secondhand nature, where I feel like for me I had to like a little more intentional or whatever, like I had to like consciously think about it because I didn't practice enough. I didn't put in the work. The Philosopher's Kitchen about veterans who are Pico cuisine. I don't know. Yeah, I've never heard of this. There's a monk who trekked out their monastery for me. Oh dude, I've never heard of this. I'm interested. That's all. No, it's not. Don't that. Okay, now you're downplaying it. Shut up. Watching my stream while hungry is dangerous. We do a lot of food talk here. It's a scary thing to do. I'd be careful. Trick around. Yes, I usually just have like 3 dust nors, so I haven't really run into that problem. Thankfully, X-Hev, but it is valid to have like trick on some Pokemon just in case or whatever. Not a bad shout. I think I'm good, but it's not a bad reminder. Let me turn in-game sounds up a little bit. I think I turned them down for videos. Yeah. Could also do more react content if we wanted, while fossil farming is totally valid. I am manipulating the food market, the PokeMMO food economy. Okay, unironically, where's Spidget at? We should nail Spidget, chat. Get him. Spidget manipulating the PokeMMO food manipulating mandarins. Oh my goodness. To be fair, I mean, mandarins are very tasty, so I understand. Get him. Annihilate him, chat. Mandarins, 730 Pokeyen a piece. Blasphemy, I say. What are you doing to Spidget? Getting them. I love Spidget. One on the Mon. I believe so. There's some way to do it, I believe. That's really cool. One of my favorite, like, I love Company Man on YouTube, and he just hit like a big milestone and stuff. And one of my favorite videos of his, he did Chef Boyardee. I love talking about this, bro. People don't know that Chef Boyardee was a real motherfucker. Everybody thinks he's just like a little cartoon character. No, Chef Boyardee was a real fucking G, and he was like insane and intense. Like he needed to become a chef or he was gonna die. Chef Boyardee was like a 17-year-old like runaway or some shit who like worked, he was the head of like a 5-star hotel restaurant when he was like 17 because he lied about his age and he needed a job really bad, and he like fucking excelled. It's the Chef Boyardee story is insane. And then he ended up creating the infamous or famous, because I love Chef Boyardee food, I kind of love like soldier food, which is shit on a shingle. Chef Boyardee. Chef Boyardee was originally created to be rations for the military. It was created to be like a product that they could ship out and feed soldiers on the front line. And then it became food that I love and food for kids. Yippee. I love it, man. I love Chef Boyardee. There's a really good Company Man video about it. If you've never seen it, check it out, man. Company Man videos about it is fantastic. Chef Boyardee, dude, he's MRE. Chef Boyardee MRE, fuck, that's awesome. It's a genius. It's legendary, man. Chef Boyardee's a legend, dude. He was a real like Italian chef or whatever. Chef Boyardee lore. Chef Boyardee started with Ettore Boiardi, an Italian immigrant culinary prodigy who cooked for President Woodrow Wilson. After opening a wildly popular Cleveland restaurant, customers demanded his signature sauce, leading him to distribute it in cleaned milk bottles. The humble takeout experiment evolved into a canned meal. Did he like invent canned food? I don't think that's true. He supervised a homecoming meal for over 2,000 World War I veterans at the White House. in 1915. I might have just misquoted his entire story aggressively, but it's something close to that. The birth of Boyardee. World War II. World War II end Chef Boyardee. What an insane tagline. During World War II, the Chef Boyardee plant played a pivotal role in the American war effort. Recognizing the brand's reputation for quality, the U.S. government contracted Chef Boyardee to factory produce military field rations. That is one of the craziest like, I love food history, bro. That is one of the craziest things. The U.S. government paid Chef Boyardee to fucking make is like insane military rations. The Milton plant operated 24/7, providing soldiers with a taste of home and ultimate. It literally is not crazy to say that Chef Boyardee helped us win World War II. Like that's fucking crazy, dude. History is nuts, and we just ignore it. Like that's fucking beautiful. That's every time you crack open a can of beefaroni, remind yourself, this is what did it, boys. This is what made good prosper over. Like that's insane. Like that's crazy. Anyways, prequel to food, yeah. Can Akane guess Pat? I don't know. We've tried that like years ago, but I kind of don't think so. But I don't know. That's amazing. This ultimately made Chef Boyardee the largest supplier of rations to Allied troops. That's one of the coolest things of all time, dude. Anyways, that's fucking awesome. I just love this spot. I would love, honestly, Sudowoodo, Mr. Mime, and Cricketune are higher up for me than like Scyther. I love Sudowoodo. Sudowoodo is my top one here at this spot. I'd be happy with Breloom, of course. So the main, bro. Dude, I'm like barely. I'm like so inefficiently. I'm lazily running back and forth on the main account. I'm barely here, bro. I'll be honest. Another skull fossil. Yoink. Also hate Scizor. I do not the shiny. I mean, the shiny Scyther. I would want to keep it a Scyther, but the shiny Scyther and Scizor just aren't that good in my opinion, sadly. I was in 7th grade and my neighbor gave me an MRE and I took it to science class and maybe we could open this, and he was like, and she was like, yeah, let me put it in the back and whip it up one day. We never did. Fuck you, dude. What? She stole your MRE? That would be fucking for herself, bro. Greedy. She just didn't have lunch packed that day, and oh, you fed her. That's wholesome, Spidget. No, that's sweet actually when you put it like that. Yeah, I don't want to. I just wanted to bring up the wholesome story, but I get it. Yeah, I'll stick to the wholesome Chef Boyardee story and move on from World War II. Thank you very much. Good story. All right, move on. Who is leading the scene on Nuzlocke or other challenge runs in PokeMMO? I don't want to say nobody, because there probably is somebody out there doing them, but like nobody that I'm aware of, man. It's something that I've talked about forever, is that Nuzlocke, challenge runs, speed runs are all criminally underrated within PokeMMO, and it's a great game for that type of space. Why was you randomly giving you an MRE? Why is nobody questioning this? That's the best gift a child could ever ask for. Oh, why did his mom give him a Christmas present? You know, because duh. A trader, yeah, no, there's not, dude. I would love for someone to feel it. Just takes time. The honest thing is, it takes time and energy, and it's difficult. That's the real, you know. Dude, that's an honor, man. Is there a Zekrom? Do you have it somewhere? There's a Zekrom. Do you have it somewhere? The Zekrom goes to your it stays in the overworld in your house at your mom's house in your bedroom. You don't get to keep the Zekrom. It's just a temporary thing for the storyline, which I know is frustrating after spending the time to catch it, which I get, but yeah, it's just a temper. It's a fun little trophy. It's a cute like trophy you keep in your room. Also, welcome to PokeMMO. That is an honor. It's crazy. It is always insane to me how many people find PokeMMO through me. That was not something I ever expected. My goal when making my YouTube was to, I always say, make entertaining content for veteran players and keep them entertained and stick around and increase retention, and then make guides for new players and beginning players. I never expected people to find the game through me. I was always trying to aim towards people already playing PokeMMO. So that's like surreal that someone could My video could, that's just nuts. It's crazy, man. This is not where I want to be. Whoopsie. Whoopty. Whoopty. Get back to the rocks, bro. Thank you. No, that's okay. That's chill. If only my neighbor gave me an MRE growing up. If I were to be so lucky, you know, let's be honest. I mean, my day, like, but like, how crazy is it? It's also like it goes both ways, I guess, Stark. That's why I have to be very careful with my words. It's an honor that me just giving a compliment could, like, that's you earned it. You deserve it. I don't give it, you know, freely. You know, that's awesome, man. I'm happy to hear you deserve it. You made a cool fit. You add to the game. Every cool outfit adds to the visuals, you know. Which of Discord servers is there a better place to point me to? That's what a good question. Man, is there a Discord chat in my Discord that could help with like hardcore challenge run questions? Maybe just like there's maybe not, man. And I'm sorry for that. Like I love what you're doing. You might need to create that space. Or you can even ask a mod to maybe make like a Nuzlocke or something channel. That'd be interesting. I'm sure they'd be down to if you don't mind reaching out to like a Discord mod. Depends on the run. You can always just talk in general chat. You can always talk in general chat or like new player help potentially. But that's, dude, you might want to ask a Discord mod. Yeah, if Xanarchy, yeah. Xanarchy's awesome. Xanarchy is amazing. This door would not function without him, dude. Oh my god, Duck. Oh my god, you're so sweet. Yeah, I don't, someone needs to create the space. I would love for you, which I know is a lot of work is the problem, cooking. Create that space, yeah. Dude, I'm so glad you came into the chat today and asked about this. Cooking for Cooked has been like, you know, who runs the space in PokeMMO for Nuzlocks and challenge runs and speed runs? And I've been saying for years, I wish people would put more time into those things and create those spaces, because I don't want to say there isn't one because I just may not know about them, but there is no one that I know of that like leads that space. There is no like best Nuzlocker in PokeMMO that I'm aware of. There is no best, you know, challenge runner, blah, blah, blah. And it's such an untapped market of fun in the game, an untapped content creation. I've talked about this forever. There's like Rocket, who I can think of, who does like the Kanto locked account. That was really cool. But he's been busy with IRL stuff. Like I was the first person to do the recorded and you know, proofed Pokemon Nuzlocke. I've done certain things, but it's not the thing that I do. You know, there's no one who is like I'm a shiny hunter at heart, right? I would love to see someone become an expert at Nuzlocking and PokeMMO or at challenge runs. I think it's a super underappreciated part of the game. And you asked like, where can I go to like talk to people who care about that or want to learn about that? And I don't even know of a space, man. You could go in my Discord and like talk in general chat or like maybe new player help, but that's not really new player help. Maybe we could start like a Nuzlocke chat in my Discord. I'm very open for that. But you bring up an incredible question. I would really love to see that's the long term. We have Iron Man, of course, which is the more popular one, right? That I've been playing and enjoying a lot. But in terms of other challenge runs, we don't really have that. I'd love to see more people explore that further. I would encourage anybody watching to try a Nuzlocke, try a challenge run, try making a certain amount of Pokeyen in one day, or racing to a shiny Pokemon from scratch. I loved that challenge. That was a tough one. I loved that challenge run. There's a lot of really cool things we can do in the PokeMMO framework that we'd have to just have creative goals for, you know? It's so underrated, you know? Rhymer, right? Yes, that was, dude, and that was I loved that challenge run, Duck. That was a really cool one. I like route. I took me it's if you watch the video, it doesn't look like that much, but it took me a long time back then to route out the strategy and to look through the early hordes of the game and figure out what was like. It was a really hard question to answer. Is when is it efficient? How far in the storyline do you need to get before you should start shunting? Like that was a really difficult question. Yeah, that's an honor, dog. Like that's what I'm really lucky. I love Pokemon. I love being obsessed with Pokemon, and I'm lucky that like so many people, when they get into Pokemon, they get obsessed with the game and they go back and watch all my old content, which I think holds up in a lot of ways. To this, it's different, but it holds up. And that's so lucky on my end, and it's such a privilege. And it's I try to make content that I would have wanted when I started playing Pokemon in 2013. That's all I try to do, man. That's all I try to do. And I'm honored to be here. Honored to be here. There you go. That's funny. I felt bad about the secret shiny Nidoran. I thought it was kind of wait. Oh no, I know which. No. I know what you're talking about. No, that one was hype. I was so excited. That was insane. I didn't know it was secret. I was recording a video. There's been 2 shinies that I've gotten while recording YouTube videos randomly, which is kind of nuts to think about. Vanillish and secret shiny, what's it called? Which is nuts. I remember 2 years ago when my best friend McNuggets somehow had a double. We still talk about that double Ariados to this day, because that was the only time, one of the only times, if not the only, we've still seen a double shiny on stream like that. I checked for a little bit of Discord hop clip. If I hadn't basically begged him to 11 a day, like that's, dude, unironically, like that is such a thank you. It's such a big deal. It's crazy how long it took us. It's taken us to get people to record their shunts and stream, and there's so much room in the Pokemon space for that, and it's just beautiful that we're doing it. There's a lot of things we can always complain and want more and more. There's a really good quote. My wife says this to me to remind me that we're doing pretty good. I may not have everything that I want right now, but I might have everything or a lot of the things that I wanted 2 to 3 years ago. Do you guys feel that? Like that's like, for example, me and my wife being married, living in an apartment together, still being a content creator. Like those are 3 huge things that I wanted 3 years ago, and now I have them. And now I'm over here like complaining every day, oh, my numbers aren't good enough, or I'm not getting enough shinies, or I'm not making enough blah blah blah. Like, bro, fucking, you've gotten everything you wanted 3 years ago. You got it. Like, I'm not saying be complacent, and stop, but like, it's okay to appreciate some things. And I feel like right now that's just, appreciation is not, it sounds so boomer, but like appreciation is just not pushed at all in society right now. Some people push it, boomers push it too much. Like, oh, is your life at the worst it's ever been? You still need to remember to appreciate blah blah blah. And it's like kind of like, I wouldn't say it to someone, but like, to myself, I would say it to myself, but not someone else. If someone else is having a really hard time, I wouldn't be like, well, look at the bright side. Like that's fucking tone deaf. But if I'm like thinking negatively, absolutely, I'm gonna be like, dude, think of the bright side. There's a lot of really amazing. You're married to the love of your life. Like things are fine. You're just, your brain is working against you sometimes. Type beat. Anyways. Yap, ramble. If you guys have, I'm not ending stream, don't stress, but if you have enjoyed today's stream, it allows me to be here and it helps tremendously. YouTube memberships, Twitch Primes are free if you have Amazon Prime, Twitch subs, gifted subs if you want to really make me, PayPal and Venmo donations are the best ways to support because they take less of your guys' money when you support. So quick spiel. Stream not, no, don't, oh, no, stream's not ending. Don't let chat bait you. Don't, no 07s. 07 equals ban. No 07s. No. Shut up. Another question. I'm also want to figure out advice for evolving Phoebus. Dude, it's such a shit answer. I should have a video on it. It has been so long since I've evolved a Phoebus. I'm gonna be so honest with you. I think on my Iron Man, I got my melodic encounter through an alpha melodic spawn. And if you can do that, it's ideal. But that's a great question. I think I have a video on it. How to evolve Ebis PokeMMO. But I might not. Okay, I think is this a 1 minute and 37 second? Is this still accurate? I assume so, right? If you're not an Iron Man, it's not that bad. If you're an Iron Man, it's tough. What about music pause? One second. Imagine how cool it would be to get 30 recipe where you like 30 HP. Let's just figure it out. Oh, stop. Oh my god, oh so stop. Imagine how cool it would be to get thrown into a random situation in Pokemon where you only have X Pokemon left against a raid slash bossmon that's like 50% HP or something, and the objective is to figure it out. If we get like chess puzzles in PokeMMO, I think that is so far from ever happening. Unless the devs love chess puzzles, I don't know. I don't know, but that sounds so sick though. I'd be so locked in. Imagine like untradeable vanities for beating 10 levels of that on extra. That would be high-end cortisol raid puzzles. Like that would, dude. Pokemon is low-key one of the most perfect games for that. Like Pokemon battling is low-key like really well positioned and designed for puzzle solvings like that. Wow, that is. I don't know if that'll ever happen. Love the idea. Love the brainstorm. That could be a suggestion box like forum post. That is one of my favorite suggestions I've seen. Also, love that. I don't know if that'll ever happen. That's fucking sick, dude. That's like, that would be, oh my god. That's cool, dude. Like that's like true, like you could like queue up for it. Like, that's like true like PVM, like ranked PVM queue type bit. We need like infinitely repeatable content like that kind of, but that'd be hard. I mean, you have to make so many of them. It wouldn't really be infinite, but you know what I mean. I would love if they, ideally, the dream would be the PokeMMO devs revamp Battle Tower and they make it really hard, but they also make it one of the best money making methods in the game. I feel like that would be, this is kind of simple, but I think it's also a great way. I would love to see, I mean, more PVM content. We have gotten a lot more PVM content in Pokemon over the years. But more is always better, right? And I don't mean to, like, I'm not a game developer. I can only imagine how long it takes to code stuff and the thought process and to balance it. I can only imagine. So I'm not trying to like come off, you know, like whatever. But just theory crafting here. Brainstorming is fun, right? I think a simple thing that would be so simple but so amazing is rebalancing and just taking Battle Tower that already exists, the Battle Frontiers, the Battle Towers, making them harder or rebalancing them in whatever way you want to do, and making Battle Tower one of the best money-making methods in the game. I really think we need an infinitely grindable piece of PVM content. We don't have that right now. We have catching and fossil farming, and we don't have infinite battling that is skill based, like a proper raid that you could do infinitely. We have raids and like the sense of like World of Warcraft raids, where you do them once every 3 months or once every so often, but we don't have like Chambers of Xerix raids like in RuneScape. We don't have a raid that you can do infinitely, that is balanced, doesn't flood the economy too much, but is still one of the best money making methods in the game, that is very difficult, very like, you know, brain on. I love MMOs that have different types of money making methods where you can do the lazy man's money making method and make like decent Pokeyen for low effort, payday pickupping for example, or like brain dead Jimmy runs. And then I also love methods where it's high IQ, high, you know, focus and thought process, things like potentially Battle Tower, things like the Heatran raid, things like, you know, but we need more of that to be infinitely repeatable. I don't like that right now. A lot of the PVM in PokeMMO is time restricted. I think we need at least one thing or something that is good PVM content that is infinitely repeatable, and it to be seen as the, I've always talked about, we need a piece of raid, dungeon, PVM content that is seen as the go-to activity that players go do. Right now, players prepare for permanent raids and they prepare for event season. That's a big one, but they can't even do those until they happen. Permanent raids, you do them once, right? But like, you have to wait for event season. So I would love to see a permanent dungeon type thing or anything like that. I think I don't know, Harper, and there will always be, the problem is if you ever say like, oh yeah, this game company is really good at catching bots, someone will be like, oh well, I actually once saw a bot in RuneScape, which I've seen, you know, tons of bots at 30 million mining XP. There will always be outliers. There will always be the people that squeeze through. That's always going to happen. Having said that, I would think PokeMMO is quite good at catching bots comparatively to other MMOs, especially due to the multi-boxing rule of not allowing multiple devices or multiple logins per one device at the same time. Because of that rule, they have less stuff to worry about. They don't have like bot farms to worry about in PokeMMO for the most part, like much less comparatively to like free to play.
Almost a year sub.
Our bot problem in PokeMMO is probably 1% of what it is comparatively to like free to play old school RuneScape or like other free to play MMOs, you know. To MMO, you need to be good at catching bots. Why would you need to be good at catching bots? I'm confused. Why would you need to be good at catching bots to counteract a like high focus PVM activity that is very dependent on like decision making? I don't know if you could code a bot to do that well. It's like I can't imagine. I could be wrong. Usually, maybe I'm misunderstanding. Usually bots, you're afraid of bots for like payday pickup, for like random shiny hunting and, you know, the brain dead stuff. I wouldn't be afraid of bots for like Chambers of Xerix and old school RuneScape, you know? Chess puzzle stuff, no, for other any of the grind. The chess puzzle stuff. I don't know, and I'm gonna be honest, I don't know enough about, I don't know. I'm gonna say that I don't know enough. That's correct pass. Yeah, but that wouldn't be very, if you can code a bot to select all the, it's not a very good, it wouldn't be very efficient. You'd probably make more money per hour doing like, I don't know. We're assuming hypotheticals. I wouldn't be worried about bots personally for like puzzle solving stuff, or like end game PVM, but that's, I don't know enough, so I don't know. Sometimes I play like a bot. Have you ever seen me play randoms PvP? The more you play like a bot, the better you do, Giga Chad. Well, I don't even think that's also true, but I don't know. But I respect, I respect considering it. Nothing wrong with considering it. So, okay, that's really, your cousin is awesome and that's really cool, Harper, but you have to factor in that's exceptional. That's not the average. You're saying, you know, content too hard for bots. My 6-year-old can replicate your gym run, and that's awesome. The average 14-year-old can't even install PokeMMO. They don't know how to unzip files, bro. Like, I'm not to like, so we're entering this like this is it survivor's bias? We're entering a thing of like, one of the, even though installing PokeMMO to me is very, very simple, right? A lot of people don't play the game because it's not to them, and they don't know how to unzip files or do very basic computer tasks to people like us. But that's like a barrier, you know. No, that's fair. Sorry if I'm being too I feel like I'm being a little bit contrarian, Harper, so apologies if I'm being too contrarian. But I would call that like an outlier, and that's awesome. Your cousin sounds fucking like he's gonna go on and do cool shit and be a gamer, and like that's awesome. Most people aren't even in, like, yeah, most teenagers don't even know how to install PokeMMO because it's too much, you know. If you can even install the game, you're probably already like a better problem solver than, not most, but like the average gamer, I guess. It depends. Gotcha. Hey, but that's good. That's awesome. You ever tried Pro? I've played pretty much every Pokemon MMO, not every single one, but most of them, but like not extensively. I always say, I haven't played Pro in like 3 years. I'm sure there's been tons. I didn't really like it then, but I'm sure there's been tons of updates. My opinion on Pro is, to be honest with you, outdated. My opinion on, I'd love to go back and replay a lot of the Pokemon. A lot of my opinions on a lot of the Pokemon MMOs are outdated. I'd love to go back and retry them like every 3 years or so. But I do worry. I don't want to, like, imagine I made a video being like, yeah, I don't think Pro is very good, and here's why, in like 2019 or 2020, and then I do it again like 3 years later, and it's like, okay, well, now it just looks like I'm shitting on the game. Like it's not productive content to just like every 3 years be like, yep, the game is still bad in my opinion. Like, but it's also, it kind of has to be done, so I don't know. Maybe an overarching video where I just go back and I play a bunch of them. for a little bit and then do like a big grade, or I could just put like 100 hours, like a lot of hours in a one. I don't know. It's tough to do that, but it's a good, yeah. Also, yeah, I agree that I think making a I don't want to talk about, I don't want to discuss bots too much because that is against the rules. I don't want to like sit here and like problem solve around how can we, you know, what, yeah, because it's not, thankfully it's not my job. I trust the PokeMMO devs to deal with bots. I think they have done a really good job with that over what I, you know, I don't agree with them on everything, but I think that's something they've done a really good job on, so we probably should give them that trust, you know. Work on the shiny charm, work on fossils. The shiny, yeah, when you pop, yes, when you pop fossils. Great question. Team in the flow chart. Once again, I don't want to, respectfully, guys, I don't want to spend too much time discussing game breaking rule stuff, and so this is kind of a productive discussion, so I apologize. I don't want to like shut down I apologize, but it's just even that I just don't want to discuss stuff like that too much. My first shiny was 300,000 estimated 300,000 encounters dry. I went 2,200 hours game time, no shiny. This is back before ×5 hordes existed, so a lot of it was, well, the last 50,000 encounters I did were ×5 hordes, but prior to that was all singles. Back when the game was mostly just Kanto and then eventually Hoenn. I think the PokeMMO devs are smart enough and respect freedoms to not introduce a kernel level. That would be insane for like a fan-made game introducing a kernel level. Even like Valorant don't even, yeah. And I don't know enough about that entirely, but it sounds awful. How many encounters? How many encounters until I get my next shiny on the Ironman account? Who's to say, man? It's a good question. My last shiny was at almost 4,000 encounters because I am Mickey. Call me Mr. Mouse. It wouldn't surprise me if I go like 80k dry. Oh, also, I'm so sorry. IG and Danny, I missed your prime for 11 months. I'm gonna replay it. Why not? Fuck it. Thank you for the 11 months, gamer. I appreciate that. Hell, not true, based. Let's go. Thank you for the 11 months, man. That's a fucking honor, dude. That's a really good shunt, Revolt. That's awesome. I kind of want to go super dry again. I kind of deserve it. Which is scary because I shouldn't be saying that when Shiny War is coming up, to be fair. But I would love, well, oof. Actually, I actually deserve a wet streak. I shouldn't be saying this with Shiny War coming up, but I do expect like I expect an 80 to 100k dry streak soon. Have it be on the main account, please, not the Iron Man. Thank you so much. For reference, last year when I started the when I did the first year Shiny War in PokeMMO, was it my first shunt or one of I went 112k dry during the first, which is not that bad, but it still like wasn't great. Really early on into Shiny Wars. It's not been confirmed. We don't know, Harper. Most likely it'll be in mid-July, but we don't know for sure. Great question. Shiny any minute. Yeah, surely that's how it works. Am I at 400 Everstones? One sec. Ooh, 398. I typed Everstones. How dry can I go? Okay, that is that's the most based mentality though, Magic Genie. Once you're at 30, once you're like nearing 30,000 encounters, oh boy, I hope I get a shiny. Once you're over 30k, I hope that I go 200k dry for the flex now. Like that's, once you're over rate, you're like, fuck it, I might as well full send. You're too nice, Revolt. No one in chat says that I deserve shinies during war. What are you talking? You're too nice, man. Mr. Patrouski, Mr. Plan Cake. What's up, gamer? I want to do an Ironman account. What's the best region to start in? That's a great question that I honestly... Ironman's tough, dude. I don't know if there is one best region to start in on the Ironman account, because you just need everything. the best thing I would recommend is just getting every region completed as soon as possible on the Iron. It is so fucking important. And it's probably one of the biggest chores of starting a new Ironman account is like doing all the storylines. I hate storylines. I love the grinding. Hate the storylines. But just getting them all done as soon as possible. I would maybe argue. I think berries you can't start for too long. I would probably argue either Kanto or Unova, anywhere where you can like get good storyline Pokemon to prepare you for your future storylines. Being able to go, I would adore that, Lorenzo. Being able to go Kanto and just farm Magikarps. Looking back, I'm very glad that I started Kanto. Being able to go to the Kanto Safari Zone. What? Being able to go to the Kanto Safari Zone and farm a bunch of Magikarps and EV train them up for my next storylines made everything else so much like it changed the game. Getting a bunch of good Gyarados or Moxie Crocodiles or, you know, Scraggies, whatever it may be, getting a bunch of good storyline mons is just that's step one. That is what's so crucial on the Iron for sure. Want to do it first? I like doing the easiest region first. I like getting it done and then having like level 100 level access to like EV training, XP, blah blah blah. Unova, you could also like do scuffed Jimmy runs in Unova with just Unova done. Kanto has Maul, Porygon, Cloyster, like yeah, Cloyster, a bunch of good stuff. Just the Safari Zone, getting those good IV Mons. I think any region with that's the downside of Unova first on an Ironman account is no Safari Zone. The Safari Zone is really good on Ironman early. It's good on a main account too, but like really good on an Ironman. Being able to get 1x31s and stuff for 500 yen for 30 Pokemon is insane. 30 Pokeballs, right? That's true. Yeah, I've done 4 badges each storyline unlocked all regions first. I've only done 4 badges storyline unlocked all regions first over the game. I've only done 4 badges each storyline. Yes. I hate that strat, but some people love it, and if you're willing to do that, more power to you. There are people who will like weave together. They'll do all the storylines at one time. That is my fucking nightmare. Oh my god, I hate storylines, dude. They will like go in max obedience order between all of the regions and make sure they can use one storyline team to get all 5 storylines done. Fuck that. That must take so long. That must be so screw that to hell. If you can do that, you're my hero. That sounds miserable to me. It sounds so miserable, dude. But I respect the hell out of it. I love storylines. I hate, people will do, you can technically do all 5 storylines with one team. It's possible. You have to like plan it and like organize, and you go gym by gym. You get everything up to like 4 gyms, and then it's, oh my god, it's so brutal, dude. It's so brutal. All storylines, Cloyster only. I respect that. They're driving me nuts. It's pretty, it's intense. I personally think it is so much better to just get one storyline done. You know, just get access to level 100 Pokemon, be able to EV train and XP train, and then train up Pokemon for your next 4 storylines. I think that is just so much easier. I think often you don't need that many Pokemon to beat the PokeMMO storylines. Maybe it's because people think like, oh, because you have 6 Pokemon in your party, you need to prepare like 6 Pokemon per region, and that's like, what is that? 6 times 4? 20. Hello, math. 24. Like, no, you really only need like one Gyarados per region, you know? You only really need 1 to 2 good Pokemon per region, and you can like scrape together some stuff along the way, but you really only need 1 to 2 good Pokemon per region. Give a gym by gym. Yeah, I respect it. More power to that. That sounds like actually torture to me, like doing all the storylines together. Wait, that's really what's the OT, Revolt? Wait, that is so... If I ever use an OT Pokemon of yours on my main, please tell me. That is really cool. I love that shit, dude. Well, math. Yeah, what's up, Panda? What's the OT, Revolt? That's really cool, man. in his video. There's tons. I mean, there's tons of Pokemon that can just like crush it, but they're not like real. I don't recommend Gallade to the average player because it requires a very specific ability. Usually they're kind of expensive. It requires TMs. It's what like it's like we had this discussion just yesterday or whatever. Is Porygon Z the best storyline Pokemon in PokeMMO? Probably. Do I recommend it to new players? Absolutely not. The reason why is because it's super expensive to get a good Porygon. It's a very specific Pokemon. You can't find it naturally in the wild or catch them naturally. Do I recommend Porygon Z to people making alt accounts so they can Ditto farm on 3 accounts at once, or like Berry farm on 16 accounts? Yeah. You have the money, but like most people playing through PokeMMO their first 5 storylines, I don't recommend, you know, stuff like that. Pat, why haven't you responded to my message? I didn't say anything. It is nice to see you, Doug Dimmadome. How you doing, man? That you're a classic. You still got the memes. What's up, man? Oh fuck, Duck. Hold up. Dude, it's yeah, we've been talking a lot about that. I made a video selling Porygons for profit, Spidget, and they all fucking sold like hotcakes. Dude, Porygon Z, good shmoney. 11 33. True. No, that's fair. Sorry, once again, sorry if I'm like too. I think I'm a little too contrarian. Who would have thought? Who would have, you know? Shocker to everybody's shocked. No, yeah, so it's a cool flex. That's a cool like challenge that he did, Magic. Absolutely. That's a better response to that. If I were to go back and yeah. That is Spinda. Yes, true. Play for level caps, so you can play them again. Yeah, for sure. The thing. I just anti-hipster. Same thing. that's what you're saying, right? Like, or like, you're not contrarian, you're just a hipster. Yeah, same thing. Based. Same thing, different flavor. I thought you like copy and pasted the wrong thing, Stark, but now I see your your chat above. I was like, what is that? I was like, what's the context of that? That makes sense. I was like, huh? Want to say to get K? Yeah, that makes sense. They're fucking expensive. Like, exactly. That's the point. Yeah, well, I guess that's not. Well, is that expensive right now? The market's weird. It changes a ton. And once again, I talked about in the video. I'm sure that people are gonna go breed Porygons now. You know, was that 31 speed Porygon 40K? Is the cheapest one? Let me see. No, it's 23, and then you want to look for one. Like, look at this Porygon. 23K, 31 speed, 20 plus in every stat except for Spadef. This is like one that I would buy and breed for profit. That's the meme. I was fuck the ultimate like hip. Oh, that's the worst. That's the worst personality, aka the personality that I am. Yeah, I was a contrarian before it was cool. Yeah, guys, kill me now. Holy. That is one of the most eye-awakening things, is realizing you wouldn't want to be stuck in a conversation with yourself. I don't know what that means, but I don't want to think about it. Buy high, sell low, base, true, smart. The demon in PvP. Wait, when I checked a day ago, maybe it just changes a lot. Porygon Z was doing modest a ton. Let's see if it changes though. Or maybe so Porygon Z, but it's like 75-25. 75%. It's crazy that this is just going like damage. Choice specs, download. Also, here's Spidget's here. What's the reason they're not going adaptability, Spidget? Is it because they just care way more about like Ice Beam or T-Ball, like just coverage, versus just spamming like Tri Attack? I would love if Spidget's here to because this is shocking to me. The channel's in 2 days. Shut up, don't stop. I know you guys know it's a meme, but new people, the problem with inside jokes in streams is that someone will make what is obviously an inside joke to us, but then someone who doesn't know that, they'll come in and they'll be like, that guy actually makes a really smart point, but meanwhile you're being sarcastic and you know the deeper layers to it. Like that's one of the weirdest parts of streaming, is like some people don't get the joke, and it is what it is. Bro is not Mickey. I'll become Vicky. What? Yep. Vicky. Outside baffles me. It's yeah. That's one of the things we're learning more about on the internet, you know, is that you have to be careful what jokes you make and what company, because some people fucking mean it, and that, you know, like, that's, yeah, weird. Vicky JW. Just Timid Scarf ability burst down is kind of like mocked versus intimidate in my mind as an amateur PvPer. Because it was Timid Scarf adaptability. I was trolling. Oh, you're fine. So sorry. Yeah, also, man, it's a valid. No, but I get it. Like, I mean, there is a valid discussion there, but I get it. Anyways, they were all poured out. It's true. Well, fuck. Okay, that's a really good bit. Like, I don't even. That's a good bit. Is I don't even talk. Let's say like, all of a sudden my community is like, let's all buy out Sunflora as a community, and I don't even talk about Sunflora on stream, and then all of a sudden it's like Patrouski's manipulating the Sunflora market, and it's like, fuck, I didn't even talk about that one. That's a good rage bait. My community rage baiting the rest of it. Wait, we don't want that. Don't spark that. Wait a minute, hold up. I just want to fucking play the game, bro. I just want to chill. Sunflora chat, we know what to do. Shut up. I just want to play the game, little bro. I just want to shiny hunt, little bro. Yes and no. I do think it's yes, and I think there is more. I think that we just don't know how to read it properly. I think I make mistakes all the time too. Obviously, with reading people's, I just straight up fucking misread people's chat and text in chat all the time. I think there is. It depends on if you know the person or not. I think often on the internet, people talk as if they're talking to their friends in public places with strangers, and that I think we have to like remind ourselves, like, Twitch chat is not a private Discord, or like it's a public forum. It's like going to the park, you know, to some extent. You know, you don't say the same things at the park as you do, you know, with your friend. Like, you know, it behave differently. It's my main account very slowly. If that's a bot, that's the least efficient bot of all time. It's actually just me being very inefficient and occasionally moving my keyboard. Hashtag Patrouski in the park would be fire. Okay, Patrouski shutting in the park. That would go hard. Move recommendation Sorcerer. That sounds familiar. Or am I just thinking of Sorcerer's Apprentice? I fucking love that movie. I've not seen Sorcerer. 1977. Adding it to the watch list. Top 200 movie of all time. Great suggestion. Never heard of it, never seen it. I love The Sorcerer's Apprentice with Nicolas Cage. And dude, I love Jay Baruchel. I know I butchered his name, so I'm so sorry. I love him. He's the guy who, like, I have a deep respect for actors and actresses who, like, he's the main voice of the guy from How to Train Your Dragon. I have a deep respect for actors and actresses who, like, love acting and, you know, love doing their art, right? And then, like, I think Cameron Diaz did this. Catch a huge wave, get really popular, become very famous, make a lot of money, and then realize, okay, I'm good for a while. Being in the public eye fucking sucks dick. Let me, like, step back and fuck it. Like, it's actually the most green flag kind of celebrity. Biggest green flag celebrity is someone who, like, blows up and then is like, okay, fuck this, being famous sucks. I like my art, and I like, you know, the money's nice, but, like, fuck the fame. Steve Buscemi, yep. Great, yeah. Cameron Diaz, Steve Buscemi, I think Jay Baruchel. hey, I respect the consistency, Matismo. Is that how they act online in person? I don't. The problem is, I don't think so. I think most people, like, think that, but it's like, I think it's kind of cope. I think sometimes it's true. Sometimes it's true. I think people still act very differently. They think they act the same IRL as they do online, and they don't. You know, it's kind of like you don't, but I understand. Yeah, how's the... I thought the Spider-Man Noir thing was going to be a movie, but it turns out it's a TV show, and now I'm kind of bummed. I was really excited for that to be a movie. But now it's a TV show and I didn't know that, and I'm like, fuck. Now I'm less interested, which is sad. Just weird as hell. That's a Choco you, I believe. But also you're not like a dick, Choco. You're just like, you are just strange. That's fair. That's green flag. Dude, good luck on Path of Exile, Lorenzo. Good luck, man. Let's, as a community, all buy out one Pokemon species. Ideas that would so unbelievable. It's funny. I love that. Holy crap, that would not work. There are there are some things you maybe could like organize, but like not a Pokemon species. Certain dumb little vanities. No, that's based. And that's, well, it's based and it's not. I don't know enough about them, Stark, but I believe you, and that's based. Giga Chad. Specific fossil. I'm not gonna. I get already way too many market manipulation allegations. I am not discussing what items we could or could not manipulate as a community because I don't want to get. I'm not doing that. I'm not encouraging it. I'm not doing that. No, thank you, chat, but thank you. Have a nice day. Yeah, we saw Backrooms. We be watching movies, Choco. You can always see what movies I've watched over on my letterbox. Nerd emoji. Check out my letterbox, guys. If you want to see my movie opinions, which everybody cares about, check my letterbox. Yippee! Let me link my letterbox. I'm so slow at linking my letterbox now. It's even more cringe. Heard it was nothing but. Heard it was all red, but nothing crazy. That's kind of. Yeah, that's kind of where I'm at. I think Backrooms is worth the watch in theaters, personally. Yeah. I got jumped a few. At the beginning, I got jumped a fair bit. I wish they just like fleshed out the story a little bit more. The story they did craft is really good. They did a really good job. I feel like. Imagine transferring like one image, like the Backrooms meme was really just like one image or video. I didn't really, right? Is that correct? No, god damn it, cooked. No. I was really impressed. The story they turned it into was like perfectly, like, I think it was not too specific, but like Obsession is way better than now. Okay, the real question is Hokum versus Obsession versus Backrooms. And the tier list is Hokum rank 1, Obsession rank 2, Backrooms rank 3. And they're all good. Backrooms I gave a 7.6 out of 10. Obsession I gave an 8.6 out of 10. And then Hokum, imagine if I gave it a 9.6. I gave Hokum a 9.5 out of 10. Hokum was the best horror movie out of the 3 recently, but no one's talking about it. But it's kind of a good thing because Obsession deserves the spotlight. Obsession is a underdog story, which is why it's more than just a good movie. It's a YouTuber made on a $1 million budget, which is incredibly low for movies if you don't know. Like, that's like shoestring budget, which is crazy. Like, that's Obsession. And the actor was good. I don't mean to like downplay the act. The lead actress in Obsession was I hope that she gets a billion roles and opportunities from this. I hope that she is like was really fucking good, man. Give me small chills. Because I'm a wife guy and I'm married, I definitely found Obsession much more. If I was single, I think I'd find Obsession a lot scarier. Being married, Obsession to me was just me and my wife going us the whole movie as a joke. But like that, I was laughing so hard at Obsession. I couldn't, but it's a great movie and it's really enjoyable, and like I think being in a relationship ruins the horror of Obsession. I think it's better if yeah. I missed the Obsession to me didn't feel unsettling, but I think the horror got ruined because I'm a wife guy. Hokum was really scary, and then I think Backrooms was much more unsettling. I think Obsession was a great fun movie and fun watch. Backrooms was really way more unsettling to me than Obsession, but like kind of not worth the unsettled amount of feeling for the payoff, in my opinion, sadly. And then Hokum was amazing to me. Hokum was like perfectly atmospherically scary and unsettling, and worth the pay, worth it, it's the best when you watch a horror movie and it scares you and you're like, wow, that was really worth it. I think that's a great feeling versus like, yeah, they scared me a lot, but the story felt unsatisfying, is like a really shit feeling, you know. I love talking movies. I have 20 boxes of Ditto Tentacles and 150 cherished Ultra Balls. Is that enough for Pursuit and War? Should I just sell for profit? It's up to what your goals. What are your goals, Revolt? If you want to go for top 50, absolutely. Hell yes. Even the mysterious balls, I would argue, if you're an Iron Man account, open them. But if you're a main account, I would probably just sell the mysterious balls and use those to buy more Dittos or fossils. Yeah, that's kind of base, Choker. I can respect. Oh, I just ripped my shit. I can respect that. And maybe I don't want to overrate Hokum. I just really liked it. If you don't like, if someone gave Hokum like an 8, I'd be like, I get that, but like, I really liked Hokum. Hokum was just such a fucking good theater watch. It was such a good. It really sucked me in. Hokum reminded me a little bit of like. No, I don't like that. I was gonna say a little bit of Barbarian in terms of the scariness, but maybe that's not. I don't know if that's right. Maybe it is though. Like I think it was the most scared I've been since watching Barbarian, which is a really cool feeling, you know. Adam Scott is consistently in roles that respect the audience without being pretentious. There's a fine line of having a pretentious movie but respecting the audience and not treating them like they're an idiot, you know. I think Adam Scott does the best. I think Step Brothers is hilariously a great example of this. I think Step Brothers is a very smart, dumb comedy, and Adam Scott's character in Step Brothers respects the audience for being it, even though he's an asshole. Like, you know, Severance is the best TV show in my opinion in the world to ever exist. Severance should have been cringe. Nobody talks about that. Hollywood trying to express and empathize with the like 9-to-5 soul crushing job culture. Like, Severance should have been cringe. The window of success for Severance to not be cringe was so small, and they fucking nailed it. Like, Severance should have been cringe. But Severance is just the best TV show to ever exist in my opinion. That's fair. I think I felt the way with Weapons. I really like Weapons, and I love Zach Cregger. Weapons was overrated and overglazed in my opinion. I feel like Weapons got more love than Barbarian did, and Barbarian's a much better film. I liked Weapons, and I love Zach Cregger. He's doing a new Resident Evil movie, which I'm excited for. Severance better than American Dad? I don't know about that. Okay, true. Yeah, and I love, for those who don't know, I've been following Zach Cregger since like 2005, since Whitest Kids You Know. He used to be in a comedy troupe. This arc of comedians getting into horror movies is one of the coolest things we've ever seen. And it's also not a new thing. Fun fact, John Carpenter, the guy who made Halloween, which I think I don't really like John Carpenter's movies. The guy who did Halloween and The Thing was originally in a comedy troupe in college. So this arc of comedians getting into horror has been getting done since like the 70s and 80s, but we're seeing it a lot with like Jordan Peele and Zach Cregger now as well, which is awesome. I watched the original Halloween with no nostalgia and I thought it was fucking awful. I thought Halloween was like almost unwatchable beyond the music. I thought Halloween was fucking awful, but my wife agreed. We just was not scary, was not tense, it comes in a gallon. I didn't know it came in liquid form. It is really fun. I love making the jokes about like, there's some insane sketches with Zach Cregger, and I love that he's now like so successful. And yeah, compared to the rest, I haven't seen the other ones. Did I watch Halloween 2? I might have watched Halloween 2 and it was so unmemorable. If you want to talk about older, but it's not even like it's like the 90s, which is why maybe it still works. And my wife agrees on this, bro. I think this one of the only older horror movies that holds up in my opinion is Nightmare on Elm Street. Nightmare on Elm Street fucking holds up. And no, Nightmare on Elm Street was 1984. No, this shit holds up. I think Halloween, looking back, is like kind of ass. The music is awesome. And then Friday the 13th is like fine. It's not great. The Thing also slaps. I was really unimpressed by it. I give the Thing like a 6 out of 10. I was really unimpressed by it. The Exorcist I respect. I give the Exorcist like a 8. I also hate The Shining. And The Shining is one of the most uninteresting movies I've ever seen. And I swear I'm not trying to be... I sound like such a fucking hipster, dude. I'm not trying to rage bait. There's only one good scene in The Shining. There's one, or maybe two. I don't care for... I try to enjoy things, okay? Nightmare on Elm Street is amazing. The atmosphere? What atmosphere? That's so mean. I got no atmosphere from The Shining. And it's a directing, because I don't like the director of The Shining. It's a director's thing. I don't really care for Stanley Kubrick, I think. I need to watch. I haven't seen Full Metal Jacket, and I haven't seen Doctor Strangelove. I haven't seen Clockwork Orange. I haven't seen Eyes Wide Shut. I have seen the 2 Kubrick films that I've watched. I hated The Shining. I hated 2001: A Space Odyssey. Probably the worst movie I watched in this past year. I don't get why people think this. I don't get it. And this is like, these are movies that I like turned the lights off and gave full attention, and yeah. Yeah, might need to leave. Feel free to disagree with me and think that I'm stupid and smelly and wrong, because it's probably true. I want to like every movie I watch. What an amazing name. We are honored to have you. We are honored to have your Prime. Sausage Roll Mike. If only we were to be so lucky. It's an honor to meet your acquaintance, my lord. That sounded cringe. That was really bad. But anyways, it's an honor to have you. Thank you for the Prime. I hope that my content... Is there a bug on my head? The fuck? I hope that my content has helped your PokeMMO journey, Mr. Sausage Roll. True. No, don't. Why Brits on top? Oh, because the sausage roll. Fuck. That is one thing. Britopian food. You guys be making toad in a hole in sausage roll. That shit look good, man. That shit looks good. Okay. I don't think I've seen session 9. Giant benchmark. But the problem is, like, okay, it's a good question, Barrels. When we watch old movies, should we judge them in the lens of the time, or should we judge them by modern standards, or should it be somewhere in the middle? I try to do in the middle, I think. But it's watching older pieces of content is really difficult, because how do you judge it? There's no writer. It's a great I don't know. Through the middle, yeah. What's a good example of this? Dude, okay. Like, I watched the first ever sci-fi movie ever made recently. It's a 10-minute silent film, and I really enjoyed it. It's called, like, A Trip to the Moon. A Trip to the Moon. It's the first sci-fi movie ever made. It was made in 1902, and it's a silent film. This movie still holds up, in my opinion. It's like a 15-minute long silent film you can watch for free on YouTube. First ever sci-fi film ever made by humans. And in my opinion, it holds up. And it's like, I give like an 8 out of 10. It's like a surprisingly enjoyable watch. I don't think... If a movie is bad, I don't think it being old, you can give it a little bit of leeway, but like 12 Angry Men is amazing. 12 Angry Men is one of the best movies. It's one of the best. It doesn't matter that it was made 70, 80 years ago. 12 Angry Men is fucking phenomenal. 12 Angry Men is absolutely, it's a perfect movie. It's amazing. I love it, man. It's aged better. It's crazy. Dude, comedy is even like comedy. I think that's a fair take. Judging by today's standards is so wrong in my opinion. I think that's fair. I think that's reasonable. Comedy especially, comedy is just one of the worst. Not worst aging, it's just not fair. Comedy might be the one that I like work my perspective even more toward. It depends on the movie. 12 Angry Men, there's no like, not a whole lot of aged stuff. Well, it was really ahead of its time. But like, I wouldn't judge a movie from the 70s and be like, oh my god, the visuals are so bad. I think that's stupid, obviously. I wouldn't do that. It's like judging like a 90s game for the graphics being bad. I wouldn't do that, right? I think that's dumb. But would I judge like the dialogue and the story and stuff by today's, which we've gotten better at writing? Like I would, I think it depends. That's fucked up, Scott. Oh my god. Dude Where's My Car is 26 years old. Was peak in my opinion. I think 2000 to 2012 comedy is very comfy and it's peak to me, and I love it because it's nostalgic. I don't know if it's actually peak. Like I don't know if it's better than modern comedy. I'm gonna be so real. But I feel the same way, even though I try to like acknowledge. Like I love Happy Gilmore. Okay. Yeah, The Home was pretty interesting. I'm shocked that someone else watched that, Renegade. The Home was interesting. I wish it had more. If it had more budget, the story is really good. I think The Home is really interesting. The Home is cool. I don't want to say anything. I don't want to spoil it. The Home is cool, man. Comedy is subjective. Comedy is really like that sounds like a really shitty. Yeah, well, comedy is subjective, Choker. That's a really lame answer. I don't like that. Apologies. But comedy is just like the most subjective. It's like so insanely subjective. That's true. Hey, dude, Kevin Hart got brought up at the beach trip, and I was like, yeah, the most I know about Kevin Hart is like Kevin's Heart, the J. Cole song. And a lot of my friends were like, what? I was like, oh yeah, it's the song about Kevin's cheating experience and like the paranoia of everybody knowing, and like they're like, what? It's like that's yeah. She my number one, I ain't got nothing on the side. It's a good song. It's a good earnest. Yeah, that's yeah. There you go. Peepo J. Yeah. It's good. It's a good song. Yeah, like dude, I think that's I really respect you critically. Like that's hard to do, Fufu Lame. I love Happy Gilmore. I haven't, G Money. I know I need to. Happy Gilmore was my favorite movie for like 10 years of my life as a kid, right? And Happy Gilmore genuinely shaped so much of my comedy in my whole personality. I don't know if I watched Happy Gilmore for the first time at the age of 28 if I would enjoy it. Maybe I would, but I'm skeptical. It's one of those, and that's okay. There's nothing wrong with like comedy being stepping stones and aimed at different audiences. A good example is Jeff Dunham. Raise your hand, admit it. I know that we're embarrassed about it, but we can all admit it. How many of you watched Jeff Dunham's Puppets when we were 14 years old? And it was the funniest thing in the we would piss ourselves laughing. It was the funniest thing in the world until we were 14 and a half. Talk about like comedy meant for a specific age. Jeff Dunham was genuinely the funniest thing in the world. Yeah, was the funniest thing from 14 to 14 and a half, and then it died so hard. And you realize how cringe it truly is. Then that's okay. Like people should make comedy for different ages. So it's just one of the, I don't know. It's just comedy's tough. I respect anybody who gets out there and does stand up, does any sort of like comedy's fucking tough, dude. I always heard about like Dane Cook comedy is like a very like stereotypically said. I never watched it. So Stadium, I was like, yeah, like that's dude. You're not like that's you gotta mention it. I meant Tosh. I think I will die on the hill that I think Daniel Tosh, not everything he did, but a lot of his stuff aged pretty fucking well. I think Daniel Tosh was weirdly always on the right side of history with he was very edgy, but if you actually listen to his jokes and actually like understand what the punchline is and why something is funny, or if you go watch Tosh's podcast now, you very quickly like I think Tosh was always on the right side of history. I think I have a lot of love and respect for Daniel Tosh. I think Daniel Tosh's stand-ups are some of the best. I like his old stand-ups. I like a lot of Daniel Tosh. I love Daniel Tosh. I think he still is. I love Daniel Tosh. He played the line a bit, Yeah, to be fair, you needed a high IQ to enjoy Tosh. Well, that was the problem. Was like, yes and no. He appealed to both demographics. Idiots like me, Okay, I hated it was Ridiculousness was like the show or whatever, because it was obvious that was a whole thing. Like Ridiculousness was an obvious copy of like Daniel Tosh or whatever. And there's a whole, I think I watched like some content about this, but I kind of respect. Okay, I don't know Rob Dyrdek or who, none of us do. We're fucking people on the internet. Don't be parasocial. We don't know these people, right? But from my understanding, from what I've heard in like interviews and stuff, Rob Dyrdek was basically like, yeah, I know it was like kind of a trashy show, but I just did it. He was like, yeah, we would go on and film like 16 episodes in one day. And he was like, I would just use the money from that show to go fund other ventures that I actually cared about. Like, that's kind of fucking based. Like, you gotta just respect that. Like, that's, I kind of like, we love to flame slop content, okay? But then also, we all like to engage in slop content to some extent. Slop content is only bad if it's all you watch or all you make. There needs to be yin and some yang. There is nothing wrong with watching a little bit of Love Island as long as you're watching some other engaging content throughout the day as well. The problem is if you only watched, you know, The Bachelor 24/7 or some shit, or only did that, that might be a problem, right? But we all need a little bit of a break. We all need a little bit of slop. There's not slop content. Yeah, Jersey Shore. There is nothing wrong with watching a little, you know, we got to just take the slop content, slop in, slop out, you know, yin and yang, you know. What's up? Thank you for the raid fastest. Perfect timing. What are we talking about? We're talking about like slop and ridiculousness and Rob Dyrdek about. I kind of respect, like, if you want to make slop content to fund other I kind of respect that, you know. Slop in, slop out. There's a balance with the slop. We eat slop, we poop slop. Slop is a part of life. Like, it's one of those, like, slop does not always need to be seen as a negative thing. Slop can sometimes be positive. We all need a little bit of slop, you know. We're talking about slop essentially. Slop Patrouski. I'm a little sloppy, you know. There's a little bit of slop here, slop there. Absolutely, dude. Ooh, no, we are not. Don't listen to my chat. They're gonna try to convince you that I get enough market manipulation allegations. We are not buying out anything, and please do not do that. I will have to legitimately start timing out so I don't fucking I'm trying to avoid. Come on, man. My chat just wants to get me involved in all the controversies possible. I just want to fucking play the video game, brother. Want a shiny hunt. There's a sloppier mom joke in there somewhere. There is. Okay, this is a cool mile. I dropped all my headphones. One sec. Okay, this is a cool milestone though. 400, over 400 Everstones on the Ironman account. Getting 500 was once seen as a tier 3 goal, and I do want to do that. And once I reach 500, I might sell like half of them and take the Pokeyen. They're 2k a piece. Hardstones 156. Quick Claws and Hearts I can also sell if I need the Pokeyen. Right now I'm doing fine. Those I like to avoid it if possible. They're cool collection stats, but this is like a gym rerun sitting here. It's like 212k, you know.